stuff, but I want to introduce him first. He, of course, is the Dink Dink Man. He is the Hainong Man himself. You know him from The Dictator and only from The Dictator. Please, single credit guest here. Please welcome back to the show, Jason Mantzoukas.
Yeah, happy anniversary, Scott. Wow.
Thank you so much.
Who would have thought?
Who would have ever thought back in 2009 that this would continue past 3 weeks, let alone 12 years?
This scrappy little upstart that was being broadcast out of a radio station would turn
We're now
into
in each other's closets.
would turn into us locked in our closets, terrified to see and touch each other.
Jason, thank you so much for being back here on our 12th anniversary episode. Of course, we covered everything there is to cover the last time you were on, a mere 4 episodes or so ago.
You know what I was very grateful for? I heard from a lot of people after the last episode that said, thank you for not talking about comic books.
Yes, they were so relieved.
They were so grateful that we mentioned it, but that we were not.
That we
told
moved on.
them we're not going to get into this because
people were so relieved about that fact because we could talk about them for hours. We could talk about them, in a private setting, in a professional setting.
The recent Moon Knight run that'll most likely be the basis for the Oscar Isaac TV show.
Of course, we read that and discussed it for hours.
We could talk about comics as they relate to also the pop culture that we're digesting.
Oh, of course we could, but we don't want to do it on Comedy Bang Bang.
Don't want that.
We hate it.
We hate the concept of it. So thank you for not doing it.
Well, I'm embarrassed that it even came up on this episode. So thank you for bringing it up so that we can abruptly move on from it.
Yes, thank you. How are you doing? How do you feel at closing out 12 years of this? We're like you're entering what is commonly known as your baker's dozen year.
My bacon dozen.
Your baker's dozen. Like a baker's dozen is 13. I eat
12 pieces of bacon before every episode.
Yep. But your bacon's dozen.
I never thought it would get past 10, honestly, because I don't think I've ever done anything in my life that has exceeded 10 years. So how
long have you been married?
Oh, that's right. Never mind. No, I think that's been 12 as well. I think
Did you start both? Not start. I guess you start a marriage. You could say you started a marriage. But did you guys get married the same year that you started Bang Bang? Or
we did in the same 12-month period, that's what I mean. But not in the same calendar year. But yes. We got married a few months before this started. So really, the best times of my life have been doing this show and married to the widow.
You really peaked 12 years ago.
I think the show's gotten better and better, but who knows?
Oh, read the boards.
Tread the boards. Add a little tea to that. Read the boards, and you got something. The immortal bard. But Jason, we have to introduce, some very important guests here. They are providing musical accompaniment to the episode. They were on the show 4 years ago. I can't believe it was that long ago, but they were on 4 years ago promoting their previous album. And they are back this week promoting their album, which just came out Friday. They made it.
Wow.
They made it a point to make this the hub and the centerpiece of their promotional appearances, if you can believe it.
Wow.
They are here promoting their new record, The Million Masks of God. Please welcome back to the show, Andy and Robert. That's right, Manchester Orchestra is here.
Nice.
Thank you so much for having us.
It is our pleasure. A big
Lovely
fan,
to
of
meet
course.
You both. Did you guys time the release of this new record?
We did.
To the anniversary?
To the 12th anniversary?
We did. Yeah.
It's been ready for years, but 12 was specific. We wanted to wait a few.
It feels particularly advantageous to do it now because, you're going to promote on this episode, which is going to be probably the biggest episode of the year.
Biggest episode of the year, undoubtedly, yes.
And could very potentially be, the biggest accolade for us of the year. So, it's a win-win.
Well, you talk about this being a big accolade, and yet, Andy, I go to your Wikipedia page, which is, of course, my primary resource for all research on this, on this podcast. And I see a little section by the name of Appearances in Other Media. And I start salivating because I know a Comedy Bang Bang reference is nigh. And we have television performances, late show with David Letterman, late night Conan O'Brien, et cetera, et cetera. Television episodes where you're not even in them, but your songs are just played on them. Movies, video games. Not a mention of Comedy Bang Bang anywhere on the page.
Wow.
What do you say to that?
I'm going to have to tell my mom, who edits that page, that she needs to kind of get her facts right, and we'll take it from there.
This is I'm as embarrassed as you are. This is some gotcha journalism from Scott Auckland.
This is the only reason I wanted you back. I mean, I like the music and everything, but
very Fox News of you. This is very like lure them in and then be like, now, am I to believe?
No, I am very happy to have you back. But, hey, all you Wikipedia, not sleuths necessarily, but all of you Wikipedia bandits out there who like leaving stuff. I guess bandits take stuff. A Wikipedia bandit would be more like someone who edits things out of pages, wouldn't they?
I would think so. They would steal the information from the page
and not make it publicly available anymore.
I mean, they might fence it to another page. They might sell it. They might sell that information to another page.
Andy Robert, what if you were to make your Wikipedia page? What if your mom were to edit on to the page in its own section a Comedy Bang Bang appearance and then make that an NFT?
Oh, now we're talking.
Oh, yeah. I'd love to get into NFTs and what they are. Like, how should we be monetizing this episode right now as an NFT?
Yes, I think every episode should be an NFT. I think, didn't Kings of Leon make their recent band an NFT?
They made the band an NFT. It's no longer a band.
The actual band.
Wait, is now an NFT. Yeah, it's insane.
I think they had that sex that they did that was on fire. That's
You're saying KOL or an NFT?
No longer a band. You heard it here first.
Konft. Well, guys, welcome back to the show, and you're going to be playing songs from your new record all throughout the show. And The Million Masks of God, tell us a little bit about the record. I mean, this is a weird time to be releasing a record. You can't go out on tour, right?
Yeah, it is a bit weird. I mean, I feel fortunate that we've been able to wait a little bit. I feel bad for the artists that released things last year and had no way to perform them at all.
Don't feel bad for Haim. I saw him on the Grammys.
Isn't that the name of a song you're working on?
Don't feel bad for Haim.
Yeah, it is. It's a bit strange, but at a certain point, we finished this album right before everything locked down, and we were able to spend a really long time mixing it because everything was in lockdown. And
so you've been sitting on this for a year, which, by the way, is a song that Jason's been writing as well.
Yeah,
I've been sitting on this for a year.
Yes, in a way we have. So luckily we still really like it. Every time we kind of listen to it, every few months, it would go like, oh, right, this is still good. So that was a good sign. We didn't want to tinker with it anymore.
This is a hardcore ska album, right?
It is, yes. At its core, for sure.
Yeah.
It's great. Of course, it came out on Friday, and so I've listened to it. It's about an hour, so I've listened to it about 72 times since Friday. So
that's incredible. Cool. Wow. Just on repeat? Or
just have it on a loop.
No sleep all night?
No sleep? Of course not. Who needs to sleep when a new Manchester Orchestra album is out there?
Thank you, man. That's nice to hear.
It is quite an accomplishment, and I'm glad you guys still like it because I love it. And you're going to be playing songs from it here throughout the show. And it's just the two of you. It's not the full band, but you guys are in your studio here. You have, looks to be like 4 guitars up there on the walls.
Yeah, these are the 4 we own.
You only own 4 guitars? You guys are a professional band.
But they're great guitars, you know?
Okay, well, if you got 4 that work,
it looks like you've got 1 acoustic guitar, perfect for all the acoustic songs.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we have 2 basses up there, which is a horrible investment.
That was a mistake.
Oh, man. So you have it looks to be, you have 20 strings up there on the wall?
Let's see, it'd be 24, wouldn't it? 6. Oh, no, yeah, you're right.
2 basses.
Right. 2 basses. Yeah, right.
My goodness. Well, that's all you need. I mean, as they said on the Oscars, by the way, Jason, were you excited for those Oscars a week ago? Oh, boy.
I'm going to be honest. I didn't watch a frame of it.
Well, there was about 30 per second, my dear boy. You could have watched them all.
I didn't watch. As each frame was going past, I didn't watch it.
Wait, so it was on? You just had your back to it?
I didn't watch for the first time. I did not tune in to. I wasn't interested at all. For
when the dictator got snubbed, I'm sure it was personal for you.
Oh, sure, they'll honor Borat too, but how about the dictator? Full snub job.
Dictator 1, of course.
Now, I mean, the dictator 1 when we came out. Total snub job, which I was glad to receive. Always want to receive a snub job.
Truly one of Oscar's most infamous flubs and snubs.
Absolutely.
But why were we talking about the Oscars?
You asked me if I enjoyed them last week.
Yeah, but what happened before that? I don't remember. We were talking about we were talking about the
bases.
number of strings on your guitars,
we went from 20 strings to the Oscar. Were you thinking maybe violins during the Oscars?
Oh no, I was thinking of those 12 notes that Mozart had and that John Batiste has. Yes, you have 8 more strings than notes, so you guys are in pole position. Nothing to say about that? All right.
Not a thing. Nope, nothing.
I'm curious now, as you guys are putting this record out, are you thinking of or planning on touring? Is this now starting to become a reality?
Yeah, did you have a tour planned that you postponed, or are you scheduling one now?
We've had numerous tours booked and canceled, just trying to get ahead of everything. And we have a tour that hopefully, if people continue to get vaccinated and we can tour safely, we will, but we're not going to announce it until we know we can.
Until every other band has announced one, so we're not the first one.
Oh, wow. Well, you guys, of course, it's got to be safe out there, and you guys are keeping your fans safe. And that's the one thing that I've always felt listening to all of your records is I feel safe when I listen.
Thank you. That's exactly what a rock band wants to hear. It's just a level of safeness.
Non-edginess.
I have another question. Scott, will you read the title of the album again, please?
The title of the album is The Million Masks of God.
Now, is that a direct relate? Do you guys believe that God has been wearing a COVID mask for the last year? Is this a?
Oh yeah.
Are these?
Has he been wearing a million of them? I mean, we've all been double masking.
KN95 masks that God is wearing.
We feel so strongly that whatever type of virus God could contain, he would need a million masks in order to...
He created it, though. Like, what? I don't know. He's a weirdo.
It's complicated. That's what the album's about, It's just
a strange guy.
Yep.
Really a strange guy. He splits himself into 3 with, like, his son and then a ghost. Like, he's a little bit of an oddball.
I think that was Halloween. I think that was just
he just
Halloween.
Had a crazy Halloween one year.
He's like, I've got such a good costume this year. I'm going to split myself
my son
in 3.
And a ghost.
I'm a ghost, so spooky, but I'm also my own son.
God. Suddenly,
ooh, Andy's sexy. I'm going to be a sexy my son.
Did you just say Andy's sexy? I think you would appreciate that.
Andy, you know what, Andy, you're very sexy. And Robert as well.
Thank you.
All right, well, guys, so great to have you on. We'll be playing 3 stripped down versions of the songs on the new record. And
those are the versions for strippers?
Yes.
That's what we try and just kind of cover every market when we're putting out a record. And
you have safe, non-edgy songs for strippers.
That's exactly right. That's going on the next pressing of the vinyl,
All right, guys, great to have you. We do need to get to our
and again, the name of the album is God Wears His Mask Over His Chin, Not His Mouth.
Yes, 1 million times.
Again, a strange guy. We do need to get to our first guest, and I consider him to be our first guest, as you are our musical accompanists, and Jason, you have strong co-host energy. But now this is interesting, Jason. When you were on a few episodes ago, when we closed out our 7th hundo, we had this guest on, and then we had, let's just say, a plan formed on this episode, and then something happened that week, and we wanted to talk to him about it. So please welcome back to the show. He's a royal watcher. Please welcome back Byron Denniston. Hello.
Hello, lads. How are you? Am I coming in clearly from London, all the way from London?
You certainly are from London, and you are coming in clearly.
Coming in clearly over the airwaves, yes.
You remember Jason, of course.
Of course, yes. Hello, Jason. Yes.
Great to see you again, Byron. Great to see you. Thank you so much for making time to join us again.
And this is Robert and Andy from Manchester Orchestra. Manchester is famously a city in England.
From Manchester, England, I suppose.
We're Atlanta, Georgia, but very close.
I don't understand.
It's just a hop, skip, and a jump across the pond.
Manchester, England, the site of an incredibly vibrant music scene. the Happy Mondays, Joy Division, like that whole...
Are you on a Wikipedia page right now? What is going on?
No, I'm just saying, like, the movie 24-Hour Party People is basically about the Manchester...
Sure, and Manchester by the Sea, another rocking, vibrant movie that has a lot of energy.
That's about Manchester in Massachusetts.
Of course. But be not confused. They are a band from the States here, so I apologize for that. But
I can't help but be confused, and there's really nothing you can do to clear it up.
I beg your pardon. But you know what I do want to clear up, Byron, which you were on the show. You were on our 700th episode and with Jason and I, and we were talking about a plan that we were going to enact that week. Regarding, of course, what was the plan that the Royals had? Formula One? What was it?
It was not called Formula One. No, it was simply Plan
Formula One funny cars.
Plan One, the Groucho Gang. Was that not it? That was it. What was it?
Oh, gentlemen, so much has happened since we last spoke.
So much has happened. I can't keep it all in my head.
I know, it's absolutely chaotic. It's been an insane few weeks here, and there are things. Please, when we're done with this episode, will you send it to me so that I can ask you to edit out? Because I'm just going to tell you what happened, but there are parts of it.
We'll edit everything out. Don't worry.
Yes, the public should not know, but I want we should talk about it.
Yes, we should. Yes. So this is on the DL. Let's talk about what actually happened.
Absolutely. So as people will no doubt remember.
Should I stop recording?
Do the opposite of hit record Joe.
Great.
Stop record Jason.
So, as of the last episode,
Does that make it into the episode, that joke? I don't know.
I don't know.
Who knows? But this will not. This will not. Okay.
Yes. Well, some of it will and some of it won't. That's the point. I don't wish to edit myself as I go.
Okay, so Byron, if you don't mind, you just tell me when to hit record again, and I'll hit record again.
No, I don't know if I can do that. It's too
We may as well just keep recording.
Okay,
record it, and later we'll edit it out. I'm sorry.
We'll redact it. Yeah, we'll redact it. Whatever words you need redacted, whatever you need.
Okay, so this will be the 12th anniversary episode redacted version.
Redacted version.
Precisely. And let's just say that...
And I will not forget. I will not forget to redact it.
Don't forget. And the full audio will not come out until 50 years after all of us have died.
Oh, wow. Is this going to be like a time capsule?
Yes, it's like that.
Who's going to be keeping track of when all of us die?
Well, it's not that hard. It's really 50 years after the last one of us died. I think
Could it be the first one?
I feel like somehow Sprague, the Whisperer, is going to be keeping track of all of those details.
Yeah, that's true.
He seems to be in charge of like a lot of that information, all of the canon.
All right, so hit us. What happened that week?
So... as people will remember, I was getting into prosthetic makeup every day to pose as Prince Philip in his final days, and lurking around Buckingham Palace, getting scoops and whatnot. And I had learned that there was going to be a launch into space of all of Europe's royals, and an explosion of Earth by way of nuclear missiles to coincide with Tina Turner's induction into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, which would in fact become Sha Na Na's induction into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, because Sha Na Na would have taken the stage.
And that was coincidental, the Sha Na Na and Tina Turner of it all, I believe. The plan was going to be enacted that week regardless, because the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is still a few weeks away, I believe.
I think one was caused by the other, but regardless, the point...
Let's just say that the connections might have been tenuous, but they're there.
Sure. Yes.
Oh, they're there if you look for them, definitely.
Yes. But then we determined that for me to earn a spot on the spaceship with the royals that would be taking off, I would need to marry a royal, and I set my sights upon, well, it doesn't matter, it hardly matters, but the point became that what then to do with Prince Philip,
yes,
you know?
Right.
And so a person who you had already been impersonating,
and whom you had disposed of many months prior.
Well, yes, and this is one of the things you let it out, I'm sure, that I had murdered Prince Philip several months before, and dismembered him, and he's been dead for quite a while, and of course put his eyes to good use.
Sure, but strewn the rest of his body across the four corners of the globe.
Yes. And you'd never find him, I thought. Well, of course, I kept track of where all of his parts were. You'll hear that. Yes, that plays into it. But, all right. So what we decided to do We formulated a plan. It was mostly Jason's idea, the Scrooge bit, but the idea was...
Jason was really into the Scrooge game.
I was not into the Scrooge, but that was the one part I didn't like. But go ahead.
Well, it came off great, I have to say. But
yes,
go ahead.
Nearly perfectly. The idea was that a bunch of bank robbers were going to hit... We settled on Lloyd's Bank, ultimately, near St. Paul's Cathedral. Bank robbers dressed as the characters from A Christmas Carol would descend upon the bank, which has a safety deposit box, which would be filled with frozen eyes, which would then be spilled out onto the street as the robbers made their escape, and they're heavily armed, and then there would be an intervention by Prince Philip, which would really be me in prosthetic makeup.
He would be the hero of the day. He would foil the bank robbery and then get just blasted in the face with one of the robbers' shotguns.
Well, not in the face, because it was going to be squibs under the clothing.
Well, we would have the squibs, but we felt like we needed to do it on the face in order to hide the fact that you had to switch a body in that was not the real Prince Philip.
I know. Well, this is where things got very complicated. So
this is where?
Yes. Dalton Wilcox had provided us with another body, which was covered in the same prosthetics and going to be in the same clothes, and there was going to be a body switch at the last moment. That body was going to be buried as Prince Philip while I made my way out of the scene.
We missed a real opportunity. I apologize, Byron, to say prior to just exactly what you're doing previously on Comedy Bang.
That's right. Well, if only Sprague were here to do that.
I know. He would have cut together a previously on. But so this is, for anybody listening, these are the events of episode
700.
700.
Yes.
Yes, to the best of my recollection. But here's where things went, gentlemen, I'm afraid, off the rails.
They went pear-shaped. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. The person who we had hired to play Scrooge in the gang simply didn't show up, but it was fine. We went ahead with it anyway.
Yeah. It was weird. We waited for like 5 whole minutes.
Well,
and I
had argued for giving him the more traditional 15-minute grace, but,
sure.
but a bank robbery is a more precise thing.
In show business,
yes,
you have to be 5 minutes early, and that means on time. So the fact that he was 5 minutes late, we just walked away.
I have a question, Byron.
Yes.
In setting this up, did you hire bank robbers so as to make the bank robbery feel real? Or did you hire actors to play bank robbers?
Jason, were you not paying attention this whole time?
I wasn't. I forgot. What did we do?
We were there every day of this.
We were? We were part of it? I forgot.
We wrote the script right after the episode.
Oh, right. I'm so sorry. Damn it.
And so as you know...
Cut that out, Devin.
I'm not going to redact you just being stupid.
I demand... The rule is, if you say, I want it redacted, it has to be redacted.
If you want it redacted, it has to be enacted.
Yes. And so I'm enacting redacting.
Well, anyway, it was a bunch of actors who had starred in a production of A Christmas Carol.
And we had got this great guy for The Ghost of Christmas Yet to Come, who all he had to do, in A Christmas Carol, all he does is point at a grave. He's wearing big, long robes. All he had to do was just show the teller the note. He didn't have to say anything.
Yes.
But somehow we got this Chatty Cathy. We got a Chatty Cathy actor out there who wanted to beef up his role or something. It was crazy.
Well, and of course, they did not realize that they were going to be shot for real by
right. Well, that was we didn't tell them.
Dressed as Prince Philip, and so that was that ended up being. Really
they kept saying hey, where are my squibs? I see Prince Philip has squibs. Where are my squibs? And we kept saying don't worry.
We also told them that the police that were showing up were also actors.
Sure, yeah, and everyone in the bank was an actor.
They would be totally safe, and they should feel free to.
We had told them actually that we had built an 11 to 10 scale Lloyd's Bank around the real bank. So the whole thing was a set.
So it may be that the Scrooge fellow was suspicious of some of that and therefore did not show up. The rest
Can
of
we
them
just say who he was? It was Patrick Stewart.
Yes, all right, good. Yes, yes, we can say that, yes.
We were going to kill Patrick Stewart.
Yes, the plan was to kill Patrick Stewart and everyone else who starred with him.
That didn't start out as the plan. The plan was to get... to get the public to believe that Prince Philip had been killed foiling a bank robbery.
That was just a side benefit.
The benefit on the other side of it was that we could get rid of Picard.
Sure.
Right. That was, just incidental. But as it turns out, gentlemen, because there was no Scrooge in the Scrooge gang, when the police got to the scene, they saw the dead body of what was meant to be Prince Philip, this body that Dalton Wilcox had
with the
arranged.
prosthetics.
Yes. And they assumed that this was the Scrooge and that this was a bad guy. And then when they determined it was Prince Philip, there was this terrible panic inside Buckingham Palace that Prince Philip had joined a bank robbing squad.
Wow.
As Scrooge to the Scrooge gang.
Now, it didn't help that he was wearing like one of those nightcaps that Scrooge has when he throws open the windows and goes down and says, hey, that was the real blunder. Yeah.
Well, because we had thought that perhaps Prince Philip would have heard the gunshots and jumped out of his bed and all that.
Sure.
We thought
that made it more heroic.
Yes,
that he like jumped out of bed just to go down
just
to
to
this
go
bank.
Foil this bank robbery.
Yes.
But instead it looked like he was, if anything, the ringleader.
Yeah,
which is a very compelling narrative, I'm sure, that the tabloids picked up with and ran with. I mean,
absolutely. We've never seen anything like it in London. This was the greatest clamping down of a news story you have ever seen in England. You've never seen such message discipline on the part of the royals or such cooperation on the part of reporters. Anyone who came within a mile of it was threatened with their lives and ran away.
Probably a kilometer.
Within a kilometer. Yeah.
Probably within a kilometer of it.
Which is how you would say. I know that's so polite of you to translate it.
You don't have
us,
to say
for
our sake.
Yeah.
No, I assume that Americans are far too stupid to even understand that word and that it is a unit of measurement.
This was the biggest clampdown on a news story since Princess Di was abducted by aliens, wasn't
it? Yes, exactly. And even bigger, because apparently you've heard of that.
Well, sure. Piers Morgan told me.
I mean, I think the Clash wrote a song about it.
Yeah, about the effect, the clampdown.
About the clampdown.
Oh. Well, anyway.
And also, I thought the law was vaguely about it, tangentially.
Yep, absolutely. And London calling, because
there was
a lot of calling in the city of London.
Long distance calls are very expensive. That whole song is just
realize that
the long distance
Philip,
rates.
Yes.
To space.
Yes. To space, yes.
Well,
anyway.
Buckingham Palace put out the story that Prince Philip had died peacefully surrounded by family. And of course, that's what everyone thinks happened. And I'm furious because all of our wonderful efforts have gone to naught. They've been so sort of sewn up tight by the palace.
Well, it was unfortunate because we had an airtight plan and we had the branding of the Scrooge gang that was going to be just dynamite and take over the world, and it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate it went down like this.
This also really completely interrupts your entire plan to get on that spaceship.
Were you able to go?
Earth.
Were you able to go to the funeral though, and cozy up to one of the royals?
Well, the funeral itself was a rather small affair, but there was an after-funeral party, which was it was huge.
Was that in the hotel lobby?
It was in the lobby of Windsor Castle. Yes, and it was really, it was like a 3-day bacchanal. But here's where things get only more complicated. Okay. If you remember, Lady Amelia Spencer, right? She is single.
Right. Single, ready to mingle with...
Is she the one that's engaged to the Grizz?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, this is what... When I asked Dalton Wilcox, where did you get the body to swap? He said, this is the Grizz.
What?
Yes. Dalton Wilcox, and this is one
of his own volition.
Well, he came to feel that this was a Dr. Mallet, Mr. Grizzle scenario.
Right, that's right.
And so
that's right.
And he was duty bound to kill a monster.
Yeah. Yes. And so he shot the Grizz through the heart with a silver bullet. And just to be safe, also shot him in the left thigh because sometimes people's hearts are in their thighs.
People's hearts can be moved.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow. So Grizz is gone. So lady, what's her name?
Amelia Spencer.
Amelia Spencer. The Grizz has dropped off her radar, so maybe she's ready to party.
The Grizz is buried in Prince Philip's grave, covered in prosthetic makeups.
Whoa!
Yes, That's what's going on.
Crazy. So how does this affect Plan 1 and you getting up there?
Well, now, how it affects it is that I now am trying my best to woo Lady Amelia Spencer and to become her new husband. Well, it's been difficult because she doesn't accept that the Grizz is gone. She says, "Oh no, that's just the Grizz. He disappears for a while, you know.
He goes off the Grizz.
Yeah,
he's that kind of guy.
The Grizz goes off the Grizz. And,
you know, this is typical Grizz biz,
right? So she's, you know, I mean, all of my sort
There's
of,
no Grizness like show Grizness. Sure. So she's not receptive to your charms as of yet.
No, she keeps saying, I'm engaged. Well, what would the Grizz say and all this? And I of course, I have this inside information that he's been buried. He's dead and buried.
At what point do you just drop this information in her lap and say, look, I know what's really going on, and I'm your best bet right now?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. At some point, yes, just take her aside and say, listen, your fiancé has been murdered.
Don't just take her aside. Take her to the grave itself and exhume the body and take off the prosthetics and show her.
You might have to show her.
Oh, that's not
Don't just tell, show.
I have to bring along some alcohol swabs to get the prosthetics off.
That's probably the least of your concerns with exhuming the whole body.
Not at all. Can you imagine
and also prepare her. Tell her there's going to be quite a lot of spirit gum you're going to see.
yes.
And don't worry, we're going to be able to take that off and you'll see the Grizz underneath.
Can you imagine going through all the effort of exhuming a body and digging it up and then being unable to take the prosthetics off and prove what you wish to prove because you didn't bring along alcohol to get
Well,
through
if
the
you
spirit
could, perhaps you could bring like a thermos of drinks, like a slow gin fizz Grizz,
sure,
which you could be drinking while you're exhuming the grave, you know.
Oh yes, there would be drinks involved. Yeah,
this is a nice little date, you know, out there in the cemetery. And,
this could be romantic.
Yeah.
I suppose so.
And prompt some closure for her, and then boom, you're right there to be the shoulder she cries on. Next thing you know, you're in outer space.
Yes. Well, that's
which is the end game, right? Being in outer space.
Being in outer space is the end game.
Well, I think the end game is killing Thanos and getting people back from the blip.
Right, of course, yes. Well, this is. I mean, when is Plan 1 happening though? Because it was supposed to happen this week.
Well, yes, it seemed very imminent, but I gather that the funeral rather sort of threw things off a bit, and now I wonder if perhaps they're considering they're wondering what will happen with the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, you know.
Oh, so they're waiting for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame to see if Sha Na Na legally changes their name and gets to the stage before Tina Turner. Is that what it is?
Yes, because if in fact Sha Na Na does not make it into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame,
then they're in the clear.
Maybe Plan 1 would be called off for now.
Right. Well, I mean, this all just depends on, of course, the Grizz being gone and the Grizz being...
Did someone mention my name?
What?
Wait.
Well.
Oh, no.
Byron Denniston, as I live and breathe.
What? Who's this then?
Oh, you know who it is, me old China.
Sir, announce yourself. Who are you?
It's me, the Grizz.
Wait a minute. What? How can this be?
We've just been told you were killed.
Dalton Wilcox murdered you with a silver bullet to the heart and the leg.
No one kills the Grizz.
Oh my, wait. So you're unkillable, or he just didn't succeed?
Are you some sort of immortal? How do you work,
I don't think I'm unkillable, but that bloke didn't kill me.
Wait,
God.
So
far I'm unkillable.
So that was you then, with the prosthetics.
Oh, it was me with the prosthetics.
Wait, so was it also you who was buried in Prince Philip's grave? Did you have to, were you buried alive?
Not the first time, dearie, and it won't be the last.
Oh my God, so are you here for revenge?
I'll tell you what I'm here for. I'm here to defend the honor of my girlfriend, Lady Amelia.
Wow. So you did all of this for love.
For love, and for sex, and for money.
Where's the money come into it? Oh, I guess she's got a lot.
She's a Spencer, yes. Money.
She's a Windsor.
Yeah. So you know everything? You know about the Scrooge gang? Everything?
I know everything. The Scrooge gag's not going to work.
Wait, did you listen to episode?
I know you like it.
To episode 700.
Me and Byron like it.
Anytime I'm spoken about, I manage to hear it. I watch the world with the eyes of little birds.
Well, Grizz, it's a pleasure to have you on the show. Welcome to Comedy Bang Bang. The Grizz.
And by the way, I would like to thank you, the Grizz, because I also was against the name the Scrooge Gang. I especially thought it was...
At this point, it's a tie, and you're not even part of it anymore, the Grizz.
It's a bit whimsical. No, I'm not part of it, am I? I never was part of it. This is all a fantasy of your making.
Just so I understand, Dalton Wilcox did shoot you and did cover you in prosthetics to look like Prince Philip and did lay you in the street in front of Lloyd's Bank and you were buried in Prince Philip's grave, but none of that had killed you and you managed to claw your way out and now here you are?
That's right. You got it, you won. Nobody beats the Grizz.
The Grizz
This is shocking.
This is a shocking development.
Shocking, isn't it?
Nobody beats the Grizz.
Nobody beats the Grizz.
Are there t-shirts? Because I'd love to make some t-shirts.
That's gotta be a t-shirt.
That's gotta be a t-shirt.
Well, the Grizz, this is incredible. Did you claw your way out of the grave? What exactly happened?
The easiest thing in the world is to escape from a coffin whilst be buried underground.
Are you some sort of David Blaine type illusionist?
What? No. The guy that goes in a glass box and says, I'm going to go in a glass box for a while.
Yeah. I mean, so you have no aspirations to be any kind of magician or...
What I do, I don't do for show. I do it to survive.
To a royal. He doesn't have time to be doing magic. He's engaged to a royal.
You have
He's
nothing
the
but
Grizz.
time to do magic once you're engaged to a royal.
Once you're married.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you have no time right now.
No time right now, sorry. No time for magic right now, mates. I've got to be on it. I've got to survive to make it to the royal wedding that I'm going to have.
Have you announced your presence? Have you returned back to your fiancée at this point?
I've been communicating with her through a series of birds.
Through a series of which birds? Which series is this?
Do you mean actual birds, or are you in the sense of like in Game of Thrones, like the little street urchins are the gossip network? Those little birds.
Both. The little street urchins carry actual birds.
That seems like a waste of the bird's natural talent to fly.
These birds is all wounded, Byron Denniston. They can't fly no more. Look at this cruel prick.
Thinks birds should just be put to death, summarily executed if they ever get an injury, Byron?
What, are you the producers of luck, but with birds?
You're saying you've written little notes to your fiancé and tied them to the legs of birds who are injured and cannot fly and handed them to street urchins who then carry them to Lady Amelia?
Did I stutter?
No, you didn't. I think it would be more merciful to kill the birds.
Oh, you would, wouldn't you?
I do.
Well, that's you, isn't it? A posh toff like you. All you think about is it lower than me? Kill it.
I mean, Byron Denniston, I have to say, this is as a royal watcher,
yes.
This must be huge news for you. Not only that the Grizz is alive, foiling
the Grizz is alive,
but also hearing about like a specific royal method of communication heretofore unknown.
Oh, it's not a royal method. Oh. It's a method from the streets. I'm a commoner, you might say.
Oh, interesting. Oh, okay. Got it. I had no idea.
The Grizz.
Oh, you didn't? Did I sound like I come from Oxbridge, mate?
Your accent is British, so very posh.
The Grizz, what's your background? Where did you come from? We don't know anything about you.
I come from the gutter.
Are you some sort of like Oliver Twist or Fagin style con artist out there on the streets who's ingratiated himself?
First of all, Oliver Twist was not a con artist. He was an orphan, wasn't he? And Fagin was not a con artist either. He was a pickpocket. And he ran a ring of little kid pickpockets. Nobody was conning anyone. People were just taking people's wallets.
So would you say, are you a con artist kind of like a Danny Ocean? or a I can't remember what Brad Pitt's character's name in the Ocean's
but he ate a lot.
was.
He certainly was always eating something.
I think his name was Shrimp Cocktail.
His name was Shrimp Cocktail. It's not a bad name.
Brad Pitt played a character named Shrimp Cocktail in the Ocean's
Danny
11
Ocean.
movies.
This is my best friend.
This is my best friend.
Shrimp Cocktail. At that and at precisely 11:45 Shrimp Cocktail, you're going to move to the blackjack table.
How long does it take to sing the song God Save the Queen?
I mean, shrimp come from the ocean, so it's not that big of a stretch.
As do we all, mate. As do we all.
That's true.
So say we all. So say we all.
Battlestar Galactica.
Oh, are you a sci-fi fan?
I love sci-fi.
Oh, really?
What's your favorite? You an SG-1 guy?
Any recommendations? I'm looking for something new to watch sci-fi wise.
Blake 7, of course. You've got to watch Blake 7.
Well,
Doctor Who.
Yes, Doctor Who. That's the only sci-fi that really matters, isn't it?
Wow, you guys are really
on this
getting
we
along.
agree, Byron Denniston.
Oh,
Wow.
right. Good.
I mean, do you have a? I guess you don't have a problem with Byron here. I mean, the guy who shot you is Dalton Wilcox, right? I mean,
I've got a problem with Byron.
What's your problem with me?
Dalton you're full of questions, ain't you, Byron?
All I'm trying to do is steal your fiancée away. If killing you to do it is what's needed, I'm perfectly willing.
Do you hear yourself, mate?
do you hear yourself? You're shouting.
Are you even aware of the
I actually
Grizz?
can't hear myself that well, and that's why I do tend to shout sometimes. I do, mates, let me just say, I do have a bit of tinnitus, and so I often cannot hear myself that well, and so sometimes I will speak more loudly than I realize I'm speaking, so if that does happen, I do
This
apologize.
makes sense to the Grizz. Okay.
But there is also anger!
Are you even aware, the Grizz, of the plan to take you up into space? Do you even know that that's happening and that that's one of the side benefits of marrying a royal? Are you even aware?
Indeed, I am aware.
Oh, really?
And no one's going to keep me from marrying Lady Amelia and going to space or deep under the ocean or wherever she wants to go, because I'm in love with her, and that's the truth.
What are you going to do out in space, the Grizz?
I don't know, space things?
I mean, I can
Collect
see
rocks?
Does it sound that exciting?
I don't. What's exciting to me is being by the side of my lady love.
Wow.
Lady
All right.
Amelia.
You know, it's what's kind of wonderful about being able to, because, previously when we were speaking to Byron a couple of weeks ago, we got this whole story, and I got really wrapped up in Byron surviving the apocalypse on Earth and living in space. But now that I'm talking to the Grizz, what I realize is at the heart of this is a love story.
Yeah.
At the heart of this is a story about Lady Amelia and the Grizz, and that their love is true.
It's true.
Well, he did mention money and sex.
And money was number 3.
And also
love was number 1, sex was number 2, and money was number 3.
Yes.
Yeah.
For me, space is number
find out
1.
a romantic ranking?
Well, what are you going to do with money out in space? Are you going to turn it into space bucks?
Buy rocks.
Can I ask?
Hey, that's answered.
Now, here's an interesting question.
We'll be the judge of
Byron, yeah, of course. Byron, knowing that you had faked Prince Philip's death using what you believed to be the corpse of the Grizz.
Yes.
Have you been trying to woo Lady Amelia as a new person, suitor,
or as Byron,
or as the Grizz? Have you been impersonating the Grizz? And if so, I'd like to hear how that's going.
Well, no, I have been a new suitor, but rumor has reached my ears that Dalton Wilcox has been impersonating the Grizz. The man that he believed he killed to try.
Why
and get
would he
close
do that? Because don't you all want the Grizz out of the way?
we got to get. Is Dalton available?
I have no idea. I have no idea where he is.
Is Dalton around? Can we?
I have been
him,
trying to
or?
present myself as a new suitor, but Dalton, who believed up until, well, still believes that he killed the Grizz, has sort of stepped into his shoes and tried to take his place to marry Lady Amelia.
He literally stepped into my shoes, and you know what's funny is that my shoes is bigger than Dalton Wilcox's shoes, and so he's had his stuffed newspaper in the toes.
It is very funny.
Wow.
You can tell they're not his shoes. His feet they look ridiculous on his body.
Just
that must infuriate. That must infuriate Dalton Wilcox because newspapers are usually from the city.
Yeah, he must hate that.
He must hate all that city.
He would prefer just manure-strewn rags instead of newspapers, but that's all he could get.
Kerosene-soaked shirts.
You feel like the equivalent of newspapers for cowboys. His manure-strewn rags.
They get delivered on your porch every day.
I mean, like they're wanted posters and such.
Did you?
The old West.
All right.
Well, did you see the manure? Did you see the manure-soaked rag today? Yep. Looks like it's gonna rain.
Well, look, this is an astounding development in the Byron Denniston story and the Prince Philip story, and unfortunately, we have to take a break.
And the Grizz story.
Well, the Grizz story continues on. That's perhaps the most astounding development of all.
This, I will say, based on the theme, this is a bit of a Grizzmas story.
That's true. I mean, the Scrooge gang is ready.
Carol?
A Grizzmas Carol? Starring the Scrooge gang? Well, we have to take a break, but can you guys stick around? Is that...
I'll be sticking around.
Okay, wonderful.
I do have a tea later with Lady Amelia, but I can give you a little more time.
Oh, wow. I regret to inform you, your lordship, that tea has been cancelled.
We'll see. We'll see. About that, and possibly Dalton Wilcox, if you're listening out there, please call in. We'd love to hear from you.
Yes, Dalton, if you're listening live, please call in.
Yeah, I'd love to hear your impression of the Grizz.
All right. We're going to go to a break.
Think it could
but before we do, Manchester Orchestra, are you guys ready to play your first song?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Which one is this? This is off the new record, The Million Masks of God. And which song are you about to play here?
This song is called Bedhead.
Bedhead! All right, guys, here we go. This is Manchester Orchestra. Very nice. All right, guys, we're going to go to a break. We'll be right back with more Comedy Bang Bang 12th anniversary episode after this. Comedy Bang Bang, we are back here, 12th anniversary episode, and we have Jason Mantzoukas here of the Massachusetts Mantzoukases. He said "Hey-o" and then left me hanging.
Sorry, I didn't realize. I thought you were going to move right on. Yes, I'm still here. Yes, thrilled to be here. Once again, happy anniversary.
And we have, of course, the band Manchester Orchestra, who is here playing songs from their record. Just came out on Friday, The Million Masks of God. Hello, guys. That was a beautiful song, Bedhead. That's the single, isn't it?
It is, yes.
So good. Thank you so much for being here. An incredible celebration of both music and people here on Comedy Bang Bang. Of course, this is the show where we talk to interesting people, and of course, America's Nay Humanities podcast. And our other guests are no exception to humanity. We have, of course, Byron Denniston here.
Thank you. Yes, I don't consider myself an exception to humanity in any way at all.
Appreciate that.
Yeah. Maybe you should ask around.
The Grizz is here.
How dare you.
The Grizz is here. Nobody beats the Grizz.
Nobody beats the Grizz. T-shirts in the Shopify store soon.
In production.
Of course. And if we ever get we hear that Zoom chime open up, we'll know that Dalton Wilcox has called in to the Zoom. But we do have to get to our next guest. She is a park ranger. She's one of our wonderful park rangers out there in our national parks. And last time we talked to her, she was up in the St. Louis Arch, which Byron and Jason, we mentioned, I believe, the last time you were on the show.
Yep.
And we'll see what's going on with her now. Please welcome back to the show, Marjorie Kershaw.
Hi, Scott. Thanks for having me. Happy anniversary. 1212.
Yeah, check 1212 here. Thanks so much for being on the show. You remembered Jason. I don't know if you've ever met Jason.
I don't think we have ever met. It's lovely to meet you, Marjorie.
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you.
And of course, Byron Denniston, who's from merry old England.
Yes, indeed. Hi.
You know, the Sheriff of Nottingham, etc.
Yeah. Okay, great. Hi. Nice to meet you. Pleasure.
Famous denizens of England, I'm lumping you in with.
I've never been to the St. Louis Arch, but now I'm excited to visit it. Now that it's a national park, I wouldn't go if it was simply a thing.
Yes.
Oh yeah, gateway to the West. Very
and of course,
exciting.
we have the Grizz here. I don't know if you've ever met the Grizz. Grizz, have you ever gone to the St. Louis Arch?
Never been, but it's a pleasure to make your acquaintance, my
Nice
lady.
to meet you. Well, Scott, I'm actually not at the Arch right now.
No? What's happened to you?
I'm at arguably the jewel of the NPS, Yosemite.
National Park System.
That's right. Thank you.
You're in Yosemite?
I'm here. Didn't get transferred. Not working here. Just took my personal time to come out and look at it because it's been my dream for a long time. And
That's where you want to get to.
That's where I want to get to. That's the big show. That's the game. I
thought you'd been called up, but no, you're just there on.
That's the big leagues.
That's the big league. That's the
So
old.
the Arch is kind of AAA baseball, and
that.
Well, yeah, I've been sort of I've been making a name for myself through some of the lesser parks, Jason. So
Got it.
I started at Pinnacles in California, as I call them, the jazz hands of Central California.
Sure.
Then I was moved up to the Gates of the Arctic, least visited park in Alaska. Dry Tortugas in Florida, which is just a big fort. Then the Arch during COVID, where you couldn't go in the elevator. But I'm here on my personal time at. Well, I would say the best park in the system.
Crown Jewel.
The Crown Jewel.
This is where you want to get, but you're just there on PT.
Yep. And unfortunately, Scott, I did suffer a mild ankle injury as I was going through the South Gate at Wawona Campground. I say don't ever take a social trail, but there was a gum wrapper I wanted to get, and
no. So what happened? You stepped on a pebble, or
I took a route the wrong way, and timber did I go just like big
Tim
old
Burton.
General
Tim Alice in Wonderland.
Tim Burton.
Yeah. Tim Burton's Alice in Wonderland took me down.
Started off great and interesting, and then was terrible at the end.
That's right. That's so far my experience here at Old Southgate. But
you didn't like the fraptious day.
Kaloo-Kalay. It didn't work out. I chortled with my not joy in this situation.
You didn't like the flywagon?
No, 'twas Grillig and the Slithy Toves did. Oops, here I trip I go.
That'd be a fun prank for lumberjacks to play. They'd be like, Tim Burton! And then suddenly Tim Burton walks in, and everyone's ducking and trying to get out of the way of
and
trees.
instead of a lumberjack, it was Edward Scissorhands cutting down the tree.
That would be funny.
That would be funny.
Oh, well. Thank you. Better than the Scrooge Gang?
Wait, so Marjorie, are you down? Are you out of commission? Do you need us to send help?
Oh, wow. Well, that
are you broadcasting from within the actual park? Do you need help?
Just barely within the park. I didn't make it to Tunnel View. Haven't seen El Cap or Half Dome yet. Haven't gone on a hike to the Cathedral Lakes. Nope. Just sitting here. Just can almost see the grove of sequoias. Just can almost barely glimpse it from where I am.
But you can't see even an inch of it, can you?
No,
because you're still in the gate. You're just
right within
the promise
gate.
of it makes you happy.
Oh boy, I'm almost there.
Mrs., is it true that Americans drive through trees there?
Oh, well, not within the actual park.
You have a drive-through within a tree?
There are drive-through trees, but none of those exist within park boundaries.
Is that good for a tree?
No, certainly not. Certainly not.
Look who cares about living things all of a sudden.
Yeah. Birds are in trees. Do you care about them? Byron?
I like birds as long as their wings work and they don't snap.
Got a lot of rules.
Just that one.
So do you need assistance? Or have any of the rangers come by and seen you there? Or
I've been trying to make some inroads. I'm connected with all of these folks on LinkedIn, but I just
sure. But are they not refusing?
Well, Scott, I don't want to spill any tea, but they are Yosemite Park Rangers, so they're a bit of, it's sort of like they're seniors and I'm a freshman. They're a little bit untouchable.
Okay. So if they came by, would you even let them know that you were hurt, or would you try and be cool and play it off like
I have
everything's
so far.
fine?
I've been trying to keep it very cool. Just
Have they swung by? Have they driven by you?
A couple people have driven by and say, "Hey, do you need any help?" And no, just getting rooted to the ground. Just trying to.
You should tell them you need
getting rooted to the ground.
Just connecting. Just trying to reconnect. Just trying to surf those frequencies.
How long have you been out there?
About 18 hours, but I have, always carry water, so I'm all right so far.
And to be clear, you're not stuck. This isn't a 127 hours type situation.
No,
you're at about
it's an 18 hours type situation.
This is just frozen by my own anxiety and pride. Just trying to make a good impression on these Yosemite Rangers.
How far away are you from the car that you arrived in?
I actually just got dropped off on a bus. Didn't splurge for renting a car. Just trying to make the most of my time out here.
Yeah, you can't afford that on an elevator operator salary.
No.
Well, this is terrible, but
no, I'm in the park here where Muir camped with Teddy Roosevelt and said, "Hey, ain't this a great idea?" I mean, I'm right there. I'm almost at the valley floor.
That famous John Muir quote. Hey, isn't this a great idea?
How far away are you?
Isn't that on a plaque at the beginning of the park?
The mountains are calling, and I must. Hey, ain't this a good idea?
How far away are you from the gate? Are you just near feet?
There's 3 gates, I am just within the south gate at Wawona Campground. So I'm technically in the park, just haven't seen any of its more resplendent views.
But if you were to scooch back even like 3 feet, would you
I'd
be outside
out of the park?
Okay, so you just made it right in.
Just there.
Okay, well, it's a good place to be.
Great. Oh, can't complain.
And you made it.
I made it.
Like you really have to at least acknowledge and honor the victory of having made it into the park.
Thank you so much. And I think, a few more hours of elevating this and I might be able to hobble back over to my tent. So, I cashed in all my sick days, all my vacation days. So I have 12 days. I just, got them. It happened on day 1.
You've wasted one of them.
Yeah, well, already. But I got 11.
I wish I could give you 12 more days. 12 days of Grizzmas.
Oh, the Grizz. The 12 days of Grizzmas. The Grizz, you're so sweet. I can see why she fell in love with you.
Thank you.
Aside from the sex. Which is number 2 to you.
Number 2, love number 1.
That's what he calls giving her the Grizz.
Is that number 1 for her, by the way?
I hope so.
The sex?
No,
the love.
What are you asking?
I was wondering what order it was for her.
She's not satisfied with the 6. I can tell you.
Really?
Yes.
That's slit your face, Byron Denniston.
Wow. Is that the rumor, Byron?
No. She told me that herself. She says, I can't wait for the Grizz to get back, but not for the 6.
You lie!
No, it's true.
They ought to call you Byron Denniston.
Whoa. That was an amazing slam.
Thank you.
Well, it's so great to have you back, Marjorie. If you need help at any point during the show, just let me know and I will contact anyone you need me to contact.
Oh, that is so kind. Thank you so much.
And being that you are out there in the West, we know we have agents who roam the West.
We have Comedy Bang Bang agents out there all throughout.
On horseback.
All throughout the West Coast.
Oh, perfect.
On horseback looking for holes in the ground. So, I'm sure there's plenty.
Perfect. Well, I'm pretty near a big boulder, so I might just try to hoist myself up. A little Alex Honnold action, a little free solo here.
Sure, of course.
Just lean back and that'll change my view. That alone.
Sure. Are you
lean
next to
in, lean back, do all the leans.
Yeah. Are you next to a garbage can or anything? I mean, I can only imagine they're right there by the gate.
I'm pretty close to a garbage can. I'm also quite close to, the little newspaper you can get about things to do in the park. That's great. If one of them.
What about any rags strewn with manure?
Not with an eye shot.
Was part of the problem that your hiking boots might not have fit and they're shoved full of
manure
rags.
Do you know what? Everyone says it's important to have a snug fitting boot, but I was like, prove it. And I went a size up and it's no good for the slide. I wish I had some manure strewn rags to put in these toes.
Search through that garbage can. Maybe they'd be something there.
Just so we can fix you in space. You're near a big boulder, a trash can, and a newspaper.
That's right. Yeah, about just under a yard within the South Gate.
Right. You're 3 slides away from being out of the park entirely.
3 adult scoots away from being outside the park.
Well, great. Marjorie, thank you so much for making the appointment to be on the show. I appreciate you.
Oh, my pleasure.
Being on it.
Yeah, I wanted to talk from the crown jewel.
Of course. Well, we do need to get to our next guest, and he is I forget exactly what state he's from. I
think he's from Cincinnati, isn't he?
I can't remember.
I'm from Wisconsin.
Oh, yeah, you're thinking of the Cincinnati Playboy. No.
Oh, sorry. That's what I am. Redact that. Redacted. Devin,
redacted has been enacted.
Redacted and enacted. Thank you.
He has been on the show many times. He is, of course, the guy who says yoink whenever he steals anything. Please welcome back to the show, Randy Snutz.
Oh, thanks for having me, Scott, and I apologize in advance for the chaos that's about to ensue.
What do you mean chaos that's about to ensue? I mean...
Well, yeah, okay, so I'm here too. Okay.
What?
Oh.
It's me, Carissa.
Carissa? Randy Snutz's girlfriend?
Yeah.
We've heard a lot about you, Carissa.
This is great. What is going on with this show? There's a lot of confrontations here.
Yeah, I have a lot of a bone to pick with you guys, big time.
A bone to pick with who? Jason Mantzoukas or the Grizz or Byron?
Not the Grizz, surely.
Probably with Scott Ackerman.
Yeah, well, with all you guys, with all his boys, with all Randy's boys on here.
She hacked my email. She stole the Zoom, and she's Zoom bombing us right now. There was nothing I could do.
No.
She guessed my email password.
What is your email password?
The word 69 in lowercase.
With a hyphen?
No, that's a good idea.
Okay, that'll throw her off the scent.
I just want to say, I'm sick and tired of him coming on here on Comedy Bangs. I think you guys are a really bad influence on him. And every time he gets off the podcast, he's a different person. And I hate who he becomes after he
talks
comes on.
He talks a lot of shit about you, Carissa, I have to say. You and your scandalous behavior.
Scott, please, do not do this to me, man. I don't need to get double-crossed.
I like Randy when he's at home. He's quiet. He just sits there.
What?
But after he comes on here, he comes back home and he thinks he's all head honcho, big man on campus, big man in Wisconsin Dells.
Whoa.
Yeah, I am BMOC because me and the guys cut a rug, and then I'm empowered, and I get home and I'm like, I'm not putting up with this anymore.
Yeah. So
that's the Randy that we see. We see the Randy who talks a lot of shit and talks a lot of smack and says he's not going to put up with you. And you're saying
we also see a Randy who, when he talks to us, it tells us about the fact that it sounds like you are, Carissa, manipulating him in a lot of instances.
Emotionally and physically manipulating him.
Does cut a rug still mean the same thing it used to?
I'm not quite sure.
Are you a professional rug cutter?
Yeah, that's my current job right now. And I have a good time at work, so I just repurpose that phrase.
Oh, okay.
And me, I work at Yankee Candle, so
what is a Yankee Candle? Oh, okay.
So I help with the smells and all that for the candles.
What does that mean? You help with the smells? Oh, you help them to smell? Or?
You don't sell the candles. You help in the development of the scents?
Yeah, I help them with the smells. So one of my latest ones is the hot bar at Whole Foods.
Oh,
as a candle.
The entire hot bar, so everything that would be in the hot bar, like chicken tenders and
yeah, exactly. So that kind of smell where all the food goes together.
Yeah,
so it's all it's competing pungent smells.
Yeah, I got
They have both types of lasagna, the meat and the vegan,
and teriyaki chicken.
And there's often a gumbo in there as well, isn't there?
You have Whole Foods there in England? What do they call it there?
The complete ingestibles.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
The one thing Byron and I can agree on, we love complete
ingestibles.
So I just want to say this is Randy's last time on here. He's cut off.
What? He's one of our favorites.
Whoa, Randy.
Randy. He's saying Dafook.
Dafook? It is not my last time on the podcast.
Yeah, it is, Randy. This is it. So make it your best one that counted. Make it count.
It's impossible for it to be the best one. It's an anniversary show.
I mean, it's always voted on pretty high, but they're always kind of a clusterfuck.
Yeah, that's true. But have you ever voted on one of those yourself? You're always like, well, I got to put the anniversary one in there.
So you vote for your own episodes, Randy?
Yeah, I got burner accounts to spare.
Okay, great. Oh,
Randy, did you get bots to vote?
Yeah, I always buy bots to vote. Like, unfortunately, that's the world that we live in now, you know? Like, everything is being, like, infested by bots and the Russians and
okay, this is not the Randy that we know.
I don't
It's
like him
like
when
Black
he's like
Mirror, ain't it?
This is what you guys do to him. You get him all riled up like this. And I just like it when he's at home. He sits there. He's quiet. We watch Real Housewives, New York, and he doesn't talk. And then he comes on here and he gets all piped up.
He comes in piped up, I have to say. I mean,
Absolutely, because look at what my home life is. I'm drinking sleepy tea so that I can pass out during Real Housewives.
How dare you say that? You know that's my show. That's my entire identity.
I don't care. I'm like, look, you're in front of my boys. This is my turf now, all right, Carissa? So I'm going to put you on blast. This
I wouldn't
is yet
consider
another
us to be your boys, by the way. I've never considered myself to be
You
one
know
of
what,
your boys.
Randy? I'm comfortable saying that I have your back right now as you stand up for yourself.
Hell yeah.
Disgusting.
I'm for all people standing up for themselves and wanting to express themselves however they want to express themselves. So, Randy, that includes you, but Carissa, that also includes you. This Comedy Bang Bang is an inclusive place where we can all be whoever we want to be.
No, see, I think Comedy Bangs is really just poison for his brain. You guys infect him when he comes on here.
Sure.
It's cult behavior. I don't like it.
I totally disagree. I think that this is empowering. I come back with wind under my sails, ready to call out Carissa's deviance and scandalous
How long does that
behavior.
last, though? Because it sounds like the minute you confront her that she just bats you back down.
Yeah, that's true. It doesn't last that long.
I just want us to be, you know, like my friends back home, like Mackenzie and her guy, Alec. You know, they're
Sure.
what they do is they go to different restaurants and they try different wings. And I just want a life like that with Randy.
I fucking hate this.
Are you trying them for the smells or for the taste?
I'm trying it for both of them. But I thought, you know, we could have our own thing, you know, like me and Randy, you know, maybe we could go to different restaurants and, you know, try out the bathrooms, you know, and that could be our thing.
Okay.
Trying
I don't
out
know
the
that
bathrooms?
like, try them out and like destroy them, or
you know, try them out. You know, see if you like them, if they're good. You know,
And that will
public restrooms
be-
are hard to find.
Marjorie,
That
is
will
this
be
is
the
this triggering you, Marjorie? Do you need to go to the restroom right now? I can see you're sort of bouncing around in your seat.
Oh, me? Oh, I was just trying to get my foot free of the root. I'm sorry. But actually, also really quick, Carissa, I was wondering, do you have any line of, I don't know, smells from the park system?
I got chlorine.
Just chlorine? Because what I love most about Yankee Candle is like how all the smells have names. You know,
Yeah.
like is it called chlorine or is it called like summer skin 630?
It's called pool pee because, you know, that's actually what that chlorine smell is when chlorine mixes
it's not
with
activated until someone actually pees. Yeah, if you're by a pool and you smell chlorine, it's because someone has peed in it.
Yeah, exactly.
Wait, Scott, is that true?
Yeah, very true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Why, do you have a pool at your place?
No, never. But that just made me so sad thinking about on all the pools I've been in the past.
That explains why every time I pee in the pool, I'm like, where's that chlorine smell coming from?
Yeah, I guess so. Well, look, Randy, we hate to not have you on the show anymore, but Carissa has lowered the boom, so it appears this is your last appearance.
No way. Absolutely not. Carissa, I'm just going to get a different email and sign in. And I'll think of some kind of devious password that you'll never be able to guess. Like,
I could guess it right now. It's all 69s and then 1666.
damn it.
Whoa.
That's a good one. That's a really good one. All 69s and then 666.
Randy, I feel like a lot of times you come on and when you leave the show, you are ready to break up with Carissa. Like your relation, and so
you have for a few months at a time. Yeah.
Yeah. What happens that draws you back in? And I can't help but notice, and I hope this is okay. I'm saying this. I know we're all on Zoom, but it appears as though Carissa is wearing an engagement ring.
No.
Yeah, she puts that on. She puts it on and she goes out into the community and she's like, Randy proposed to me. And then it puts me in a position where I'm like, no, I didn't. And I look bad.
Well, first it puts you in the position
actually-
where you say dafook.
Yeah, I'm like, dafook? This is duplicitous.
I just want people to think of me as engaged because it makes me, sexier to other people.
Well, are you looking for sex from other people?
So you're looking for that.
It's not that I'm looking for sex. Like, Randy is like my rock, like my number one. But, do I want to look sexy to other people? Do I want to look hot? Yeah.
Number one implies that you're looking for a number 2, though, and a number 3 and a number 4.
Yeah, you don't know, I bet Randy's got other girls out there.
Absolutely not. I'm not trying. I'm either trying to be at home and like have a peaceful time, or I'm going to be out with my boys. That's it.
Those are the two sides of the same coin for Randy Snutz.
Yeah, I mean, Carissa's a smoke show to me. So, if you're coming at me for like not wanting to be with her, you're coming incorrect is what's happening.
How dare you say that? How dare you imply that?
I've got a question for these two lovebirds.
Sure.
Randy, turn off your audio so you can't hear.
Okay, all right, here we go.
Carissa, explain this all to me. How do you rank the following things? Love, sex, money. Put them in a numerical order.
What you like the best being first and what you like the least being last.
Okay, so for sure, money first.
Okay.
For sure.
Does Randy have a lot of money?
No. But my dad does. My dad owns a cement factory.
The cement
Sure.
factory?
Yeah.
Can I add going into space?
Yeah, let's put that in.
One of the things on the list.
Does that supplant your number 1 or?
I think that'd be number 2 for me. I think I'd love to go up there. I'd love
So
to
first money and then going into space.
Yeah. And then Randy, he's good at sex sometimes when he's sober.
How often is that though?
It's so rare.
Yeah.
But it's good when he's sober. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know
what makes it bad when
he's
what makes it bad when he's not sober? Is he
He's just, he's not engaged. Like, he's like watching TV and stuff, or he's eating food.
the things we all do when we're drunk?
Wow. This really illustrates to us what an unreliable narrator Randy has been on his past appearances.
It really is.
He's always saying how duplicitous Carissa is and how she cheats on him and how she is manipulating him, and that this casts a whole new light on things. This is really interesting.
I mean, it sounds to me like he's a drunk who's not even good at sex.
What did I miss?
Oh, hey, Randy, you're back.
Yeah.
Wait, Carissa, love, what was your final ranking?
So money first, then space, then I guess sober sex, and then love.
Right.
Okay.
Now, Randy, you've got to rank the following things.
Okay.
Money, going into space, sex,
Sober sex
love.
and drunk sex.
Sober sex / drunk sex. So what is your order of preference? What do you like most to least?
All right, if I had to pick just one, I'd say going into space.
No, not just one. Listen!
Randy,
Listen,
focus.
Randy!
My fault. All right, sorry.
You got to rank them.
Okay, all right. I would pick going into space. Then I would pick drunk sex because you get to eat and watch TV at the same time. Then I would pick money because you could buy whatever food you want or DVDs to watch while you're having drunk sex.
No, we know what money is used for.
Yeah. Then I would pick love because it's beautiful and fleeting. And then I would pick sober sex because it feels good. I mean, we'd have to build this list out because those are top 5 things, like in general. It's hard to rank them.
Right, yeah. So they're all maybe tied for first for you.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. Well, the Grizz, why did you ask this?
An interesting window into their relationship and why they may have the problems that they have. Did that clear it up for you?
Now,
No, I'm still confused.
I'm curious.
I wasn't.
The Grizz,
I didn't mean you, love. I didn't mean you.
The Grizz, are you and Lady Amelia in couples counseling? Is this something that you learned in couples counseling or in therapy of some sort?
I am a couples counselor.
You are a couple.
What?
Wow.
We didn't know that about you, the Grizz.
You didn't know that about the Grizz?
Oh my God!
Hi there! I heard heard you guys was having a big anniversary show. I just thought I'd check in and say, hey, who the hell is that? Who the
My
hell
shoes!
Is that? What the goddamn? What's going on? I killed you!
You thought you did, Dalton Wilcox, but nobody beats the Grizz.
Dang it! They told me that when I was going up against you.
You never saw that T-shirt?
I was specifically warned on 3 separate occasions nobody beats the Grizz. But I said that can't be the case. I shot you in the heart and the leg.
That's right, but I had a portrait of the Queen done on a tin plate that was stuck right in my jacket, and the leg thing was not fatal.
So you are wounded in the leg.
Yeah, it hurt. It hurt. It's
okay.
That was tough. That was tough.
Well, welcome to the show, Dalton Wilcox.
It's
great
good.
to have
I know
you
you've
on.
got a lot of other guests. I was literally just popping in to say hi, happy anniversary, and you can buy
Thank you
my
so
book.
much. Which one?
You must buy your wife at least as much jewelry as you buy your horse, and other poems and observations, humorous and otherwise, from a life on the range by Dalton Wilcox. You can pick that up anywhere where there's selling books, and even some places where they ain't.
Sure, yeah.
What about the sequel book?
Oh, the sequel book? Yeah. You still have to buy your wife at least as much jewelry as you buy your horse, and even more poems and additional observations from a life still being lived on the range by Dalton Wilcox, who wrote the first book by Dalton Wilcox.
Yeah, and that third one, though.
There is a third one.
I've never
Not
seen
to put you on the spot.
No, I've never seen a cowboy eat hummus. And hang on, wait a minute, there it is right here. Goddamn, wait, no, I've never seen a cowboy eat hummus and other foods that cowboys have also not eaten in my presence, in addition to poems and observations about living life on the range, humorous and otherwise, by Dalton Wilcox.
Okay, very good. Well,
Those are the
I'm
three
sorry to surprise you with the presence of the Grizz here, but apparently you didn't do the job.
Surprise! It's the Grizz.
I'm shocked because I swear to God, I thought I killed him. I went all the way to goddamn England to kill this guy.
And this is the real Grizz. This is not the ghost of Grizmas past. This is the Grizz.
No, I know that because I'm not asleep. But I've been posing as the Grizz.
Yeah.
What I do is I find a rag and I soak it in some manure and I stuff it into his shoes.
Sure.
And I put those shoes on, and then I'm the Grizz.
So let's hear a little bit of your Grizz. Maybe we could have a Grizz off.
I've been fooling people left and right. Look, here comes the Grizz. I say, oh, what? I'm an English man, and now here I am, a Chip Chop Cheerio, and it's me, the Grizz.
It's too good.
It's too good. Which one of us said that?
Well, now that you know the Grizz is alive, are you going to abdicate the role of the Grizz?
Nope. I think we'll carry on as two Grizzes.
Two Grizzes! This is unprecedented.
There could be only one.
Does the United Kingdom have room for two Grizzes?
No, it's very small.
Does Lady Amelia's heart have room for two Grizzes? Is another.
She has
question.
4 chambers in her heart. Could you each share?
Why,
two?
Lady Amelia is in love with me.
Oh, Byron Denniston as the new suitor? She's already in love with the new suitor?
She's deeply in love with me. And she's in love with me, the Grizz.
Well, she's in love with me, the Grizz.
So she's in love with 3 people. 3 different people.
She's got a big heart, that girl. She can love everyone in the world.
But she can only take one of us into space.
It's true.
I don't know.
Well.
Yeah,
It
how can
seems
we
we've
settle
got a Manchester standoff.
How are we going to settle this before Sean Anat ascends the stage before Tina Turner?
I mean, it seems unlikely we're going to settle it in this episode.
Sure. We probably don't want to do it in an anniversary episode. We want it to
There's
be-
like 6 more people
Yeah.
waiting to get in.
It's going to be really cool. It should be in a main episode.
Yeah.
I'm happy to table it.
People's time.
All right. We'll tell you what. Why don't we? We're about to go to a break. How are any of you leaving?
Excuse me while I disappear.
I think.
No.
I think. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and sign off, Scott, just to maintain a little bit of energy while I still have daylight.
I understand. Yeah.
I'm
Plus,
going to head up to Yosemite. I heard there was a person in trouble.
Oh, that would be great. Could you make sure you go through the South Gate? I could use a little. I'm three human adults scoots in from the gate by a trash can and a big boulder near a newspaper, but not close enough to read.
Just gallop in, and if you can scoop her off of the ground,
that would be
and onto the back of your
tremendous.
horse.
I'm going to go in the west entrance.
And that's a good choice. Honestly, I get it.
Honestly,
you're gonna have
one of the better ones.
Yeah, you're gonna have a great approach to the park.
I'll make my way down to the south entrance if you like, but I'm going in the west.
Absolutely. I mean, and I wouldn't discourage it. Have a great time. Enjoy that Valley of Light.
All
Dalton,
right.
so great to see you.
So long.
Byron, are you sticking around? Or?
I think, yes, for a little while longer.
Okay, great.
I don't know.
Okay, but the Grizz, you're Grizz appearing? You had such a good exit, or Brexit, I guess. Grizz, the Grizz.
Grexit.
Grexit. Okay.
Grexit.
All right.
Grexit, stage left.
Randy, what are you doing?
Scott, we're off to argue with each other in the backyard.
Got it. Okay, understood.
I appreciate this. I'll remember every single one of you that sided with Carissa the next time I am on the podcast.
Okay, just
This
come
is
up with a
his
new
last time I'm
password.
here.
No, all right. We have so much more show to get to, but Manchester Orchestra, are you guys ready to play another song?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it. What do you say? Which one is this going to be? Of course, we just heard Bedhead, the first single, and what are you going to play here?
This one is called Keel Timing.
Keel Timing. What does that mean?
It's up for interpretation. What does it mean to you?
No, you tell us, because you wrote it.
I would much rather prefer to hear.
No, I would much rather you just explain it, because I don't have the kind of time where I sift through your lyrics and pick out clues and shit.
I'll tell you what.
Just tell me what
I
it
feel
is.
like this is sort of like a Wikipedia thing. I think we just go to Keel and figure out what that means.
Oh, okay. All right.
Sort of
all right. Well, you've grabbed your instruments. We're all set to go. Here we go. This is Manchester Orchestra with Keel Timing on Comedy Bang Bang. Oh, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. All right, let's go to a break. We'll be right back with more Comedy Bang Bang after this. Comedy Bang Bang, we are back. 12th anniversary episode. So many people left during the break, but we're still here, of course, with Jason Mantzoukas. The J-Dog is here.
Hey-o.
And of
so
course,
happy to be here.
Robert and Andy from Manchester Orchestra still here. The Million Masks of God, a great album people can listen to. I really enjoyed those first two songs that you guys played. And I'm expecting that's not going to change with the third that we have at the end of the show. Is that right?
Fingers crossed. Yeah.
Okay, we'll see. Have you ever written like two songs and then been like, that's about it? I don't think I can write another good one.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, yes. Yeah, that happens.
But we, a lot of people left during the break, but we have someone back here who just joined the Zoom, and we were roommates for a little while during the during the Demi, and we have split up since then. Yeah, during the full disclosure, during the Demi, we were roommates.
Yeah, I'm calling it Pandy. But
Pandy, I like it. Yeah,
sort of like designer. Pandy.
Pendy.
Mindy. Please welcome back to the show. I don't know whether he has it previously, but please welcome back Sprague the Whisperer.
Scotty the Arkman. How are you, Scott?
Doing so good, Sprague. So, I mean, I know I moved out, but I miss you, bud. It's so great to see you.
I miss you too, my bud. The Zooks man is here. Look at this guy.
Sprague, I'll be honest, I mentioned you earlier at the beginning of the show when people were introduced who had a lot of back exposition, and I
Byron
said,
Denniston really needed a previously
what we need
on,
was a
honest.
Sprague the Whisperer previously on Comedy Bang Bang.
Well, here's the thing. I don't think Sprague did that. I think that might have been a Rudy North thing.
Oh, whoops.
Just for the fans. Look, I will say,
shit.
this character, of course, is obsessed with canon, so I could see understanding the mix-up.
My sincerest apologies. That is a Rudy Nerd. I'm
the
so
CBB
sorry.
Wiki's going crazy right now.
Oh, my God. They're constantly trying to update and then delete, then update, then delete.
Have you ever heard this? Previously on Comedy Bang Bang.
No,
it didn't have the same. It doesn't work. You know what I mean?
You have such a weak, feckless voice.
It's like I'm like a little cock.
Okay, I don't know about that.
Well, Scott, let me just say, Scott, I am so happy to be here, but I'm a little bit sad, Scott, because I know it's the 12th anniversary, Scott.
Yeah, we're closing out the 12th year, and we're about to embark upon the 13th.
Oh, we've done a dozen years, and Scott, I had a gift. I was going to get you a gift, and I couldn't get it, Scott.
Oh, no. What did you have for me?
So, of course, we all know traditionally the 12th year is the year of the pearl, Scott.
Wow.
Yes. I was hoping
As
for a
we all
pearl
know.
necklace from you.
And yes, Scott, I was going to try to get you some pearls. So first of all, I Googled, first thing I did was I was like, are pearls marbles? Because like, I'm not sure.
Such a good
Meaning
question.
like Marbles, the kids game?
Yeah,
Marbles?
like I remember I was like, okay, I want to get this guy some pearls, but are those just marbles, you know? So I looked that up. And
Were there any results?
Did you get
'Cause
to the
Yes.
bottom of it?
Yes, because it immediately says, we understand why you're asking this question. That's what Yahoo Answers says.
okay, they're very kind.
That's what it says. It says, I understand why you're asking this question. And, well, of course, you know, pearls come from, I guess, the ocean.
Yeah,
Yeah.
oyster mouths.
Yep.
Yeah. So this oyster mouth thing, I had to really, so apparently they collect sand and through the filtering of it, they create this pearl. I had a really fun time watching some documentaries about that, Scott.
Okay.
Just took
Great.
a while. I watched a few docs and looked up some
All right.
YouTube videos. There's a lot of time lapse sort of like descriptions of what it might look like for a pearl to form, but no one really knows. It's such a mystery, Scott. It's really fun.
Well, sure, those oysters, they have their mouths closed the whole time.
Yeah.
And when
It's
they
not
open
like
it
we
back
have-
up, there's a
we
pearl.
don't have
Yeah.
cameras inside.
We don't have an
the
oyster cam.
Yeah, I think, wait a minute. Should we figure that out? Should we figure out an oyster?
This is
By
not
the
a bad
way,
idea.
that's
Strap a GoPro to the inside.
that's a Pornhub search.
I think,
Add brother and sister in there, and you got
are we
something.
dripping milk right now? Is that just
Oh, no.
We're talking tang.
We're talking tang.
The tangy brine of the salt water on
Gosh, I don't want to know what was happening before I was on this thing because
I know, yeah. We had the Grizz here. All sorts of stuff was going
Oh,
on.
the Grizz was here. Well, that's so. Anyways, I figured out this clam thing. So that was one thing. So that took me a couple of days, Scott. And
Okay.
then I was like, all right, so I got to get some pearls. So first of all, got to learn how to scuba dive.
Oh, sure. I guess if you really want to go from farm to table with a
Yeah.
pearl.
So I went to one of those resorts where they teach you how to scuba dive in the little mini pool, you know, and they put the thing on me. I could not stop having a panic attack, Scotty.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's tough, you know. I mean, to have a self-contained underwater breathing apparatus strapped to you.
Yeah.
It really is, you know, it's a lot of machinery and
then
man was
next thing
maybe
you
not
know-
meant to breathe underwater.
I was going to say, next thing you know, you're underwater, where it's like that's very dangerous and claustrophobic.
So right now I'm doing some immersion therapy to figure that out, Scott. But as soon as I figure out how to do that, I'm gonna get you some pearls.
You don't need to get me anything,
But
Sprague.
Scott, it's
Just
your 12th anniversary. I feel like I failed you, Scott.
No, Sprague, you could never fail me. As tight as we are.
Scotty, I came here empty-handed. I don't know what I'm gonna do, Scott. You know what it is? You know what I'll do? Maybe I'll come up with a new podcast idea for us to do.
Okay,
As
well,
a
I don't
gift.
know about
Maybe
that.
I think that might be something.
I mean,
you
it
know.
could be the gift of the podcast.
I do have to say, last week we talked about how I'd never seen Space Jam. And,
I was listening to that, and I got to say, there's at least 2 episodes because there's
Yes, sir. Space
there's
Jam
a
1,
first
Space Jam 2.
We bring it, yeah. We bring in Langston, me, you, Langston. We watch the 2 Space Jams movies,
Sounds fun. All right. I'm in.
and I say we do a pod for every 30 minutes. Let's really switch it out.
All right. Look, I'm easy.
Or if it's Space Jam, you should do a pod for every character.
Now yes, we do it through
and just
their
follow their
perspective.
chronology.
Yes.
What their part
So
of
why
Space
is
Jam Rashomon.
Yeah,
This
so
is brilliant.
it's so what Marvin the Martian's whole experience previous to and then arriving at the game, so we understand his whole storyline. You know,
This is
everybody.
great because I heard in this next one there's going to be like hundreds of characters from the Warner Brothers IP, so we could do episodes from the perspective of the guys from A Clockwork Orange, you know, like
or Voldemort.
or Voldemort. There's a lot of really weird people in the crowd if you look at the
Yeah. Or what about Ellen DeGeneres from her show?
Sure.
Yeah.
She tapes on the Warner Brothers lot.
Wait a minute, that's good. They could pop out. Okay,
She
Scott, this is
just
great.
yell at all the basketball players.
Okay, here's what we do, Scott. We're writing Space Jam 3, which is the Space Jam Rashomon. So we've got to
Space
follow
Jam 3 Rashomon Ninja.
Rashomon Ninja, and we have to go back and follow every character so we can figure out their timeline, so we can sort of do an end game sort of like time travel back into like this was when Lola Bunny was backstage.
Ooh,
and then,
is it like a multiverse?
I think we're doing a multiverse right now. I think we're figuring it out. This is great.
This is a space. So you're suggesting Space Jam is a multiverse?
Yes, I'm calling it the Jamaverse.
Okay.
I've anointed it the Jamaverse.
Are the characters from the Back in Action verse there? Because, famously I wrote one joke in Looney Tunes Back in Action, so...
Well, we could bring those in, Scott. We can bring in all the versions of the Looney Tunes.
Experience here.
We can do it. We can do it all, Scott. This is great. I think this is
all right. Well, Sprague, this is a good idea. I'm glad to have it. Jason,
as long as we all are in agreement that Pepe Le Pew is out.
No, he is canceled.
No. Actually, what we do is we do an episode where we say, we want to talk about the significance of Pepe Le Pew in this movie, and then we do 2 hours of silence.
Okay, great. That sounds
with
good.
Maybe in the middle we do a 4 hymns commercial or something.
Can you do 2 hours of silence? I'm not quite sure.
No, Scott, I would have to mute.
That is John Cage's podcast.
Oh yeah, that's someone else's pod. Yes, I can't.
Well, Sprague, you have a deal. If we can get Langston's very busy though.
So I did come with a gift. This is great.
Okay, yeah, a brand new podcast idea.
I got a brand new pod.
He's got a new pod. Yeah, that's Rudy too. Oh no,
the CBB Wiki's going crazy.
Check. Sound speeds.
Wait.
Sound speeds. Check.
I know who this is.
Hello?
What's happening here?
It's working. Scott?
Who is it? Is this Gino?
Yes, this is Gino Lombardo.
Gino Lombardo, you sound so far away.
I am. I'm all the way out at Heckscher State Park at the end of Southern State Parkway, almost in Suffolk County,
where that
Long
is.
Island.
You're so out of breath.
By train. Is that what the setup he wants? How do you get that by train?
Yeah, how do you get that by train? Is that
the
what you
Southern
need?
State Parkway is a highway. You use a car. Okay. Jesus Christ, what are you, Comedy Bang Bang listener on any social media platform? Any other reference to this character is fine. Hello, Scott. I'm at a CIA black site. I'm sorry, I had to call you.
What?
I'm being deprogrammed.
What happened to you? Obviously, the last we've heard of you is in your own show, the Gino Lombardo Show. There was a really funny final episode that a great guy guest starred on.
Yeah, that's right. I didn't know it was going to be the season finale, but you guested on the last episode of season 2, and things got a little hairy. I gained too much clout. I touched the live wire that is the right-wing comedy fans. I got a taste of the juice of the success and the money, and I couldn't get away from it. And shit fucking spiraled. I had fucking Scaramouche on the pod. That was fun. Then I get Jordan Peterson. Next thing I know, my Patreon's got 25,000 subscribers, and I'm trying to come up with hot takes about how kids need to get shot and shit, and I don't even know. Scott, I'm in too deep, man. The money is too good.
Hold on. Devin, we should get this clean so we could put it in before. Previously on the Gino Lombardo podcast.
No, okay. your voice is too weak and feckless.
It's feckless. I can't do it.
Also, isn't that Rudy's thing?
It is. But I just do feel like that was a pretty good previously on. We got what we needed.
Yeah, no, we got what we needed. So what's happening right now?
Right now, well, I don't want to get into too many details, but the CIA is deprogramming me, and I'm sorry, I'm a little fuzzy. It's day 1 after my shot, so I'm being a little.
Wait, you're just day 1 on your deprogramming?
No, they are shooting me up every day with assorted. I got saltpeter yesterday, and then truth serum today, and then lying serum 2 days ago.
I don't know.
It's distilled screenplay pages from Jim Carrey's Liar Liar.
They figured out how to distill those.
They figured it out. They've been in the lab.
Not exactly.
Figured it out.
I wish
they cracked the liar code.
My goodness, Gino, I'm scared for you, my bruv.
You should be.
Are you on the run right now?
I wish I was on the run. They got me fucking in a above ground pool filled with cement up to my waist. So I'm stuck. I'm like a centaur where the bottom half of me is an above ground pool filled with cement.
How do you do number 1s and number 2s?
I'm not positive. Okay?
Just every once in a while, the above ground pool expands slightly.
I feel the sensation. Like, it feels like I'm urinating and shitting, but I don't feel the relief. It's kind of like
Gino,
like a crack, like in an earthquake or something. You're building up a lot of pressure in there. I'm scared for you, Gino.
Well, Gino, we need you out of there so you can finally go back to your own show, so you can clear up all of your canon, so then you can come back to this show and it's not weird.
Oh, wouldn't that be perfect? Well, if only all the things that have happened to me have been previously recorded, we could output it in a very easy to listen to series for Stitcher Premium. We could do a third season of Gino Lombardo on Stitcher Premium explaining what's happened to me in my interim, which would allow me to just come back to a podcast that's easy to track down. Yeah.
And we wouldn't have to go through all this. Oh, my God.
Yeah, no more
but
sports
unfortunately,
dudes.
that's not the case. That's not the case.
That is the case.
Sports dudes were great. Please.
Sports dudes, I'm a huge fan. I was able to get those guys in the CIA black site. We have Stitcher Premium here. The CIA was one of the few people to figure it out.
They love the interface.
Yeah.
Well,
they're
Gino,
always on Reddit saying the interface is great. Look,
Gino, thank you so much for being on. I mean, and making some time for us. I really appreciate it.
Okay. Oh, shit. All right. I have to go. Hopefully there's some way I'm able to release a third season of the Gino Lombardo show that would premiere sometime in what you are calling Earth Summer. Okay.
Okay. Well, hopefully we'll see you out there. Thank you, Gino.
Bye.
Scott, we might need to get that guy at Cannon Rehab, Scott, because he's ODing over there.
Well, wow, an incredible. This is just a star-studded episode. Andy and Robert, what do you think about all that?
I'm blown away.
These guys, like I said before, these guys are monopolizing too much of the episode.
Yeah, guys, cut it down.
Just sitting in amazement, slowly crying.
All right. Well, we do need to get to our next guest. They are coming on together. And this is interesting. I guess they're from the world of sports, but I'm not quite sure. This is the first time they've ever been on the show, maybe, or maybe they have. I don't quite know. All I have is their names here. But please welcome to the show Charles Barkley and Rabbi Bill Walton.
Shalom, Scott.
Hey.
Hello, Scott Ackerman.
Scott, thank you for having me. I sure do appreciate it, Scott. I tell you, I don't really do too many, podcasticals and things like that. And I just want to say thank you. I'm here with my friends, so really, truly.
Wait. Now, you asked me to pronounce your name Charles Barkley?
Charles Barkley, yes.
Charles Barkley, yes.
Well, I'm gonna let my friend Bill tell you why.
Well, first of all, Scott, happy to be on Comedy Bang Bang.
Yes!
With some of my favorite, Sprague the Whisperer, one of the great whisperers of all time, from
love this guy's energy.
One of the Yin Yang twins to the other of the Yin Yang twins.
Wow, he runs the gamut.
Wow!
Not to mention Manchester Orchestra, one of the great orchestras of all time, from Unknown Mortal to
the Hollywood
Trans-Siberian.
Mahavishnu.
There we go.
My
Rabbi
favorite
Bill
is
Walton, do you need more help than previous appearances with completing your analogies?
Oh, I made it. Sometimes you just gotta, kill a little time with uhs and ums. It's the classic announcer's trick. You fill space.
Yeah. Have you been on the show before, or are you new?
I've been on the show before, Scott.
Okay,
but not in this capacity. Charles and I, and by the way, Jason Mantzoukas, one of the great Jasons of all time. From the purveyor of a deli, Jason's Deli, down the street from me on Oracle Road in Tucson, Arizona, to Jason
Voorhees.
Voorhees, one of the great murderers of all time, of course.
Of course.
Prolific murderer.
You forgot to mention the Electric Light Orchestra.
Thank you, Charles.
I am Mr. Blue Guy, because I forgot that, and I am sad I missed it.
Do you think they're saying Mr. Blue Guy?
Yes. Hey, Mr. Blue Guy, please tell us why you had to hide away. You're so sad.
Okay.
All right, but Charles and I are here.
Yeah, tell us, what is your deal? Because I'm not quite grasping what you guys are.
Yeah, are you guys Jewish now?
We're Jewish now.
Thank you.
And we are doing what we do for every podcast when it reaches its 12th or 13th year. The bar or bat mitzvah, or as we call it for this one, the Scott mitzvah.
Oh, I
Happy
understand
Scott mitzvah.
now.
I see. This is a rite of passage.
Scott mitzvah. Thank you.
Allow me to explain, Scott. So your podcast is a man now.
Thank you, Charles. I think Rabbi Bill rather, explained it.
Wait a minute, I have a question, Charles. I didn't know you were
Charles.
Charles, like challah bread. When did you convert? I didn't know this was a part of your personality, Charles.
I'm glad you asked, Spray Goo. Now,
okay, I like that too.
I converted not too long ago. I was in Miami.
and I was looking for a place that could serve matzo ball soup because I had COVID, and
okay.
And I heard that was the best for it, and so I walked to this place, and I looked at all the teachings that they had on the menu, and
wait, you went right to the source of where the matzo ball soup is, not a restaurant.
I'm gonna do this here.
Okay,
and that's exactly what I did. I'm gonna do this now.
Okay. Wow. And then Rabbi Bill, I didn't realize you were a rabbi. I didn't even realize you were part of the tribe.
I became rabbinically ordained when I realized so many podcasts were entering into their manhood or womanhood year, and they needed to be welcomed into it.
Are you going to be on WTF?
Yes, I did a bar mitzvah. In his 13th year, and we got into it, and I wept. I wept at the beauty of the occasion. And Carl's joined me on that, of course. We do dual, because we're each kind of half Jewish, what we know about the religion, and put together we're one full Jew.
I was there. I said, Mark, every time I listen to your show, you talk so much about them damn cats at the beginning of the show, and I just want to hear the comedian come on and talk about his life. I want to hear what Dave Attell got to say. I don't care about them damn cats, Mark. I want to hear what President Obama got to say.
Carl Barkley stole Boomer. We were in there, and Carl stole Boomer and ran off with him. Yes.
Oh, Carl's.
I took that cat and I took him right to the zoo. Because that's where cats belong.
That's not where cats belong.
Cats belong at the zoo.
Domesticated animals.
It's interesting because some cats do belong in the zoo. Like
that's true. Well, yeah.
Like big cats. Yeah. But I would think if you brought a house cat to the zoo and let it loose, that is essentially feeding that cat
feeding
to
the
larger predators.
Here's the thing. With someone as big as Charles Barkley, it's like any cat's just like, fucking panther, that's like a house cat to me. I'm a big guy. So I understand the confusion.
That's exactly why I took the cat. I took the cat right to the panther den, and I walked right in the panther den. I said, listen here now, this cat is going to live with y'all. So feed it right and, do what you got to do. I don't know what y'all eat, birds, turtles, something like that.
Oh, no. But, so Boomer's gone. Boomer's definitely not living.
It probably is with the Panthers.
Communicates with animals is incredible. Carl's had a way with the Panthers that I've never seen.
Are you guys, when you do this, are you going to the zoo like off hours? Like, are the gates locked?
I just stepped right over the gate. Me and Bill just stepped right over it.
Okay. See, zoos are not protected against basketball players. That's their one weakness.
Yeah.
Every zoo disappearance you've ever heard of was actually a basketball player theft. All through history. From the great snake of the Brooklyn Zoo to, of course, the murder of Harambe, rest in peace, was killed by Bill Russell. Bill Russell shot Harambe.
Whoa, what?
Huge reveal.
Whoa.
Bill Russell shot that gorilla.
Oh, my God.
Wow.
Well, guys, I'm seeing someone else just came on the Zoom. I hope you don't mind if I introduce her. I don't know anything about this person other than they are an actor. Please welcome to the show for the first time, Charlotte Hornet.
Hi, Scott.
Hi. Hey, so nice to meet you. This is Sprague, the Whisperer.
I'm Sprague, super producer, of course, Sprague the Whisperer.
Awesome.
This is Jason Mantzoukas, who you may remember from The Dictator.
It's nice to meet you, Charlotte.
Did you ever see The Dictator?
I was in a movie called The Dictator.
Oh, wow.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Is it spelled the same way?
It was spelled DICK. TATER.
Oh,
okay. Here we go. I'm going to have to maybe get off. I don't know if I can be around for this, Scott. This is going to get crazy.
Wait, what do you just get off when things get crazy?
Here's the thing. I'm right now, I'm in sort of a Sex Addicts Anonymous right now. And if this could be triggering for me. Scott, there's something I haven't talked to you about, but I don't want to get... Maybe
you were a sex addict the entire time we were roommates? I never heard you, getting down or anything like that.
Scott, canonically, that might be the case.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't want the producer to leave. I feel like the producer should be here because I want to audition for your podcast.
Stick around, Sprague.
Okay, I'll stick around. Okay, no problem.
Oh, yeah, this is an audition to be on the podcast.
Yeah. I thought it was
I feel like we should have that more often, honestly.
Okay.
Maybe a little quality control,
a little QC. This is Manchester Orchestra, by the way.
Hi.
This is Robert and Andy. They're a band called Manchester Orchestra.
Very nice to meet you.
Amazing. Amazing. That's
and
awesome.
Then we
Nice
have
to
Rabbi
meet
Bill
you.
Walton, and we have Charles Barkley.
Hello. How you doing?
Okay. Harles, I'm great. Harles, this is not the actual Harles, or is this a different Harles?
I think we figured out that these are the people. They've just changed their names.
They're because of their conversion to Judaism.
Becoming Jewish does not make you not a person anymore, Charlotte. I want to state that loud and clear.
We are two full peoples. We are two full Judaist peoples.
You're one Jewish man and one non-Jewish man put together.
Yes.
Yes, and standing on top of each other's shoulders trying to get into a film.
Wearing an enormous trench coat.
Like all rabbis do.
Okay. Yeah, this is amazing. This is so awesome to be here. I'm so excited to be here.
Well, welcome. You want to audition? How can we audition?
Yeah, did you want me to slate?
Yeah, please.
Okay. My age, my sex, and my location.
I didn't realize that people slated their locations.
That's like a AOL chat room thing.
Age, I am 31 years old.
Okay.
Sex, yes. And location.
No, but really, what sex?
Sex?
Yeah.
Well, what do you think I am, Scott? Let's play a game.
Look,
what do you, Scott,
there are a
what do
lot
you
of guests
think
on this
I
show
am?
that I say the wrong thing, and I from entrepreneur to Judge Joe Brown.
I don't know who any of those people are. Okay. So, never heard of them.
31 is too old for a lady to be on TV.
Okay, you get 3
for a lady to be on.
Charles, that was a crazy take there.
Wow, what's so crazy about that? Did you see a 31-year-old lady on TV and all this high def and 4K, all the rankles and things?
Okay, well,
no, Charles, we gotta let her slate.
Okay, Scott, you get 4 guesses to guess what my sex is.
I would imagine. I mean, your name's Charlotte. I would imagine you're a female, but I don't know.
Wrong. Keep going.
Male?
No, keep going. Okay. Do you want me to just tell you?
I go to guess.
Okay, Sprague.
Doggy style.
No, my favorite position is CEO. Okay, anyway.
Got served over here.
Any fucking way. I'm actually highly experienced in sex. So,
okay.
Yes, the answer is yes.
I don't know that that's going to come in handy on this show, but
Comedy Bang Bang. It's not a porno. It's not a porno podcast.
Wait, you think this is a porno podcast?
The name would suggest it's a porno podcast, Scott.
Well, sure.
When you have people on like dirty man Jason Mantzoukas, I understand the mistake you do.
How dare you, Sprague?
Jason Mantzoukas, do you fuck?
Charlotte.
Do you fuck?
Not in quite some time.
He's talking Tang all the time, though.
Sure, yeah,
listen, I'm talking Tang. Yes, and I can understand Comedy Bang Bang. The title might give you the perception.
It's a funny porno, right?
Yeah, you know what? Has there ever been a porn parody of Comedy Bang Bang? Question mark.
I don't think there has. I don't think it was popular enough on television. So
that's too bad. I feel like
sounds like an open challenge to me.
I feel like the producer Sprague could literally check right now. This is something a producer would do.
He's not the producer of this show necessarily. He's a producer of Ninja Films. Yeah.
Hey, Scott. Scott, can we start that podcast? Me and you? Are you talking Tang to me?
Unfortunately, Talking Tang is been reserved from Jason Mantzoukas, but
Talking Tang and Drippin' Milk are two of my
podcasts. This is my kind of podcast. Talking Tang and Drippin' Milk. Okay.
I guess, Charlotte, here's the question: what did you expect to do on sort of an audio porn podcast? Is it like faking an orgasm, like in When Harry Met Sally, or
Girlfriend Experience?
Was that a porn, When Harry Met Sally?
I don't know. That
I guess the title, it kind of sounds like a porn.
Well, I mean, the faking of the orgasm was porn.
That was the one pornographic part.
I'm sure there is a porn version of When Harry Met Sally.
Oh,
you know?
Again, I feel like this is
I would
something
love
we
to
could
see Billy
easily
Crystal
check.
naked and fucking.
Look, here's the thing. This is my work computer. I can't.
I feel like we could easily check anybody. There's so many people on this podcast right now. I feel like anybody right now could get on a window and check. Is there a porno for Harry?
Go out.
Harry
just open the window and check.
I don't know that we can. Well, did you want to audition?
Scott, what do you want me to do, Scotty?
I don't know if I can be around for this. This is getting.
I'm sorry, Sprague, but I'm going to keep it PG-13.
Here's what I think would be a good version of the audition is you should. The character that you would play would arrive with a funny specific bizarre point of view that would be introduced before any kind of sex happens. So there would be. So the audition, I suspect, would have to do with that character's unique.
This is a masterclass in auditioning for anything. You must come in with a specific point of view. Don't just say the lines. Have a point of view for your character that's interesting to the people watching.
Thank you, Rabbi Bill Walton.
Okay, amazing, Rabbi.
I didn't realize you auditioned for things, Bill. I thought you were offer only.
Yes, I auditioned for My Giant. I auditioned for the Billy Crystal role.
We might need you guys for Space Jam, the sequel we're writing. Right?
I was in the first one.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Bill, if you were in My Giant, they would have had to pick an even more giant person. So is that why you didn't get the part?
Well, no, it's because I refused to let anyone stand near me on an apple box.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
I was also in an episode of Hanging with Mr. Cooper.
Yeah, please, start your audition. Charlotte Hornet.
Okay. So, interesting point of view. We haven't said my location. We know where I am. Hollywood, baby. Okay, so
I thought you would be in Charlotte, home of the Charlotte Hornet.
No. Hornet is my last name. It's a pure coincidence. And also, this isn't my government name. I thought this was a porno. That's my porn name, Charlotte Hornet.
Oh, okay.
My real name is Charlotte Sims. So yeah, but
are you one of the Sims? Are you one of the famous Sims?
Like the video game? No, Scott, that's a bad joke. Actually, really.
Maybe she gets comedy, and maybe could just do comedy.
We've had people from Pokemon on this show.
I'm here to do a funny porno. Is everybody ready?
All right, I'm ready. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Point of view is that I walk in, I'm a plumber, but my pants aren't low-waisted. I'm wearing high-waisted jeans and I have a belt on, so no ass crack. Okay. So, walk in. Who wants to play with me in this?
I don't know. Yeah, Charles.
I'm happy to.
Should be Charles, I think.
I think Charles is
seems
Charles.
Everybody on this podcast is bitch made. Anybody want to play with me?
I said, y'all said me.
I already said I got cock energy.
Okay, Chuck, it's me and you.
Chuck. All right.
Chuck, it's me and you. You called me to your house. Cuck? Cuck Barkley. Cuck Barkley. Got it. Okay. All right. So, Cuck. I come in.
Please stop saying that.
Cuck.
Stop it.
Cuck.
What is this, an SNL sketch from several months ago?
This is, by the way,
Scott?
This is a successful audition. This is how you get on Comedy Bang Bang.
I'm cracking up right now. This is a good character.
Okay. You're cracking up? Did you say? Okay, great. Okay.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
Okay, so you called me over because your toilet is clogged. And I am a plumber with high-waisted jeans on and a belt. You initiate, and I'll go from there.
All right. Excuse me, Mr. Plumber. I took a big old massive dookie in the toilet, and I didn't have no toilet paper, and so I used the old piece of T-shirt that I had lying around, but I forgot that was...
I'm sorry, you had a piece of T-shirt laying around?
Just one piece?
Yeah, sometimes I like to rip the T-shirt, when it's too tight around my neck, I rip it down the front a little bit, and I take a nice little V out, and I have one laying around.
So you can just buy V-neck T-shirts, Charles.
Hold on, you're not in the scene.
Oh, sorry. I thought it was your roommate.
You live with me?
Sure.
Okay. Well, this is my roommate.
I'm like a freeloading part of your posse.
Okay, Scott, you can show us without telling us, and that's improv, and that's actually improv. Yeah, so
you know
show
a lot
us.
about improv.
She's very good at this.
Because
she's
I actually studied at the
where?
Upright Citizens Brigade.
The porn parody of that? The Upright Caucasins.
You got a question here? Wait, we got a question. What do you
I just had an update. I did look for the Harry Met Sally. And
what do we got?
Harry ate Sally.
Oh, that's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
Doesn't rhyme with Met, so that's points off for that.
It should be Harry ate Sally's ass. For the millennials.
What about why is 7 afraid of 9? 7, 8, 9?
Right.
Or it could have been like Harry put his meat on Sally.
That's right.
I got to say, Charlotte, you are hilarious and also very good at sex.
I will say this. I don't know that Charlotte even needs to audition. She's like, as far as I'm concerned, she's got the job.
I think I've got the job.
If you've got the job, but let's just hear a little bit of the scene with you and Carl here, because
I was all right. Back in.
Carl.
Hold on. Red leather, yellow leather. Okay. All right. Here it goes.
Okay.
All right. I was taking a big old stanky dookie, and I used a piece of a T-shirt.
You did tell me that already.
And then this is my roommate. His name is Scott Ackerman. Hey! You may remember him from Just Shoot Me. And he's one of my favorite.
A very horny photography student.
One of my favorite actors. And he lives with me now because he's falling on hard times. And I took him in because I'm a nice guy.
At what point do I get to chime in?
I thought you wanted me to. I'm sorry. Please go ahead. Will you take a look at my toilet?
This is the whole initiative.
Carl's is not a very generous human.
Will you take a look at my toilet? Will you please take a look at my toilet?
I would love to take a look at your toilet. Will you come with me?
Yeah, come on. It's right in here.
Sprague, by the way, got so horny he left the Zoom.
He said it was too much for him, and that's the power of acting. Okay.
Oh my God!
So,
someone's in here. Someone's in here.
Oh shit! That's my other roommate, Bill Walton. Here, come back and look at see if you can see out back. I got the septic tank. I pulled it up out the ground.
So, but why is he? Okay, I have so many questions. Why is he announcing someone's in there as though he's using the bathroom if the toilet is totally clogged?
That's just Bill.
Bill likes to take baths, and he's probably taking a nice Epsom salt bath.
Epsom salt bath in a shit up bathroom. Okay, got it.
He likes to poop like Tetris, where he's like fitting in between the stuff that's already there. You know.
Okay. You all know so much about my bathroom habits. Thank you.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
What you need me to do now?
I'm going to have you turn around, Mr. Carl Barkley, and I'm going to take...
Cuck.
It's cuck with the H in there, yeah?
Cuck Barkley.
He's a Jewish cuck.
Oh, God. We have gone off the rails, retired train style.
Speaking of rails, sir, I'm going to need you to turn around.
Oh, okay, I don't get to participate?
Wait,
all right.
What's going on? Okay, I'm turning around. What y'all about to do?
Yeah, who did you want to turn around? Both of us?
I want everyone to turn around.
Okay, we're turned around.
Y'all don't want me to look?
All right, we have our backs to you. I guess Bill Walton has his front to the toilet now.
Bill, I would really appreciate it. Bill, I would really appreciate if you put clothes on right now. Because I know what you think this is. You think you're going to run a train, but you're not, because I'm the conductor. So you're going to have to exit the bathroom, Bill.
Wow! Bill, one of the great dominations I've ever experienced. I will sub for you any day, Charlotte Hornet. Tell me what to do. Step on me. I'll kiss your feet. Whatever you ask.
No, I actually want you to leave. This is not.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
No, Bill. This isn't a sex thing. I need you to leave.
Oh, baby, I'm out of here. Thank you so much, ma'am.
I was cooking some andouille sausage on the stove. Can I go check on it?
Sure. All right. See you, Charles. I'll take care of the plumber. Don't worry.
Okay.
Hi, ma'am.
Hey. Okay. Hi, Scott.
Your belt is so high.
And it's on the last loop as well.
That was a detail I didn't see. So you want to get out of here?
Yeah. Let's get out of here.
Step into my car.
Ding dong. Ding dong.
Somebody
pizza delivery.
Oh yes, I was just making some andouille sausage to put on this pizza because I don't
Charles, you can order it with pizza now.
I don't like the sausage they got down at that pizza place.
I have a sausage pizza minus the sausage.
Yeah, I don't like the sausage that y'all got down at that pizza place. It's nasty. I like to cook my own andouille. I put it over there. I make a Cajun pizza.
Can we have two pieces in the car?
Okay, your car sounds like a motorcycle, first of all.
Yeah, it's specialty made.
No, this is a motorcycle.
Specialty
there are no doors. It's not specialty made.
Why you gotta blow up my spot like this?
This is a motorcycle, and there's one fucking seat, and I'm not getting in here with you. I'm gonna fuck one of the guys in this house.
Well, come on, but you're gonna have to wait till about 30 minutes after I eat this pizza because I got to eat these. I got to take these antacids.
I'm so sorry that we were unable to put lactate on the pizza.
What? Y'all always getting something wrong down there. And every time that y'all bring me a salad, I ask for the salad, and y'all always got too many ingredients on the salad.
Yeah, no,
anyone?
we use anything that's left over, anything that's about to go bad. We just put it in and call it a salad.
Y'all put them big old peppers on the salad.
Okay, do any of you assholes care that there is a plumber with high-waisted jeans and a 6-inch waist in your house right now, ready to fuck?
We gonna pay you,
not?
goddammit. We gonna give you the money. You ain't fixed the goddamn toilet yet. You told me.
We can't fuck until the toilet's fixed.
I was just gonna ask, like, do you have a restroom I can use?
No.
We ain't got one right now.
Pizza man, you can come with me to the bathroom.
Okay.
Okay.
I would love to.
All right, get that pizza
And
first.
scene. Whoa.
Wow.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
Comedy. That's the.
Did I book it?
I think you booked it. Yeah, you're on the show. We're not going to redact this. We're not going to enact the redact.
Am I a series regular on Comedy Bang Bang?
You certainly are.
Probably recurring.
I can join in now. So this is a porn podcast after all, because everyone seemed to know what the fuck they were doing.
Yeah, we were very, very adept at our scene there.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, that Sprague got too horny. He had to leave, and we are just about running out of time here, guys. We need to wrap it up, but we do have one final feature if you guys are willing to participate, and that is, of course, a little something called plugs.
1, 2, 3, 4. Sweet little plugs. You guess use episodes techniques like milk from mama's juicy jars. There were noisy girls and boys because we got to the fiction. Trying to come up and subscribe a giggle and rinse him. Scotty, baby, don't you bug on all those sweet little plugs.
Ooh, baby, that was The Plug Habit 2, In Too Deep, by Quiet Wyatt. Thank you so much to Quiet Wyatt. That was incredible. Manchester Orchestra, are you ever going to make me a plugs theme, or what's going on? You
Absolutely.
guys make these professional songs and you put out records and you never make me a plugs theme.
We'll do it. We'll put it on the Wikipedia and we'll make sure.
Upload it to the Wikipedia.
I'm still waiting for a song about Hey Nong Man. You know?
Yeah, no one's ever done Hey Nong
or
Man.
the Dink Dink Man, or the Chronicles of the Dink Dink Man.
Yeah, rock opera,
I feel like challenge accepted, gentlemen.
Thank you. What else are you doing during COVID? You made this album a year ago and then have not written a single rock opera since then?
I mean, apparently you guys consider God's Mask more important than the Chronicles of the Dink Dink Man.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with Manchester Orchestra. Well, guys, what are you plugging? Obviously, you have The Million Masks of God, which just came out on Friday, and people are able to buy it. And where do you if people were to buy it, can they buy it from your website, or would you prefer they do it in stores? What do you got?
Yeah, they can buy it at our website, themanchesterorchestra.com. And
do you abdicate all this information to Robert? Is that what happens here? Because
just
Andy,
whenever it's business stuff, I drop out.
Okay, your party in the back, Robert. Your business in the front. Okay.
Well, I was conflicted because I also want to say support indie retail. That's also important. Go to the store, go to your local record store and pick it up. And we've been doing signings for different record stores across the country. So.
Very cool. Are you going to be out here in LA at any point doing Amoeba Records or anything like that?
I hope so. It's all been, as you know, Zoom performances and stuff like that. So it'd be nice to eventually get in front of some people.
Yes, in terms of supporting local stores and local record stores, but also to get it on your website, that's like truly supporting you guys, right?
Yes,
like that's the best way to support you, the band. Okay.
That is correct. Yes, it is.
One of each.
One of each. Yeah, buy one in an indie record store, buy one from your website, buy one from the Virgin Megastore, and then just stream it on Spotify and put those in the basement.
No, I heard that Megastore got laid.
Oh, whoa. Megastore fuck.
Throw it down, Jason Mantzoukas, with the big joke to close out the podcast. One more time.
Clutch. Well, thank you to Manchester Orchestra, and you're going to play one last song for us at the end. But before we do that, Jason, you got anything to plug?
I'll plug my podcast with Paul Scheer and June Diane Raphael called How Did This Get Made, which is also right here on the Earwolf Network. And also, I voice one of the characters on the animated show on Amazon called Invincible.
Yes, very good
show. Based on the Robert Kirkman comic book. It's really fun.
Another friend of the show.
Everybody to check it out. Yes, our good friend Robert Kirkman.
That's
Bobby
right.
Kirks.
Bobby Kirks, as we call him all the time. That's a great show, Invincible. You can get that on Amazon. All right, let's see. Rabbi Bill Walton, what do you got to plug here?
I suppose I would rather have my hair be lit on fire than be lowered into a tub of ice water.
Oh, that's right. This is not Would You Rather. Unfortunately, we haven't.
Oh, excuse me.
You always get that wrong.
My favorite part of getting it wrong is the moment where you have literally no idea what's going on.
I've caught on this your fourth time. I've finally caught on to what's going on. But of course, you're a fan of certain podcasts.
Yes,
I know.
go to BigGrandeWebsite.com to see the group Big Grande's podcasts. You can get limited edition podcast directly from the group, much like buying records directly from the band. Or you can go to patreon.com/You're the Man Now Dog for an improv and conversation podcast.
Wonderful. All right. Charles Barkley, what do you have to plug here?
Yeah, I want to talk about that pizza place that came by the house.
Yeah, okay.
Stop putting those big ass peppers on the pizza because they're only good sometimes. But also,
how are they to know which times they're good and which times you don't like them, though?
It depends on what type of dressing they use. Italian dressing's pretty good, and ranch. Those are two I like.
All right.
Other than that, go to patreon.com/The Flagrant Ones. That's a basketball podcast, and they got some other stuff on there too. So listen to that.
Listen to that.
Yeah.
All right. Very good. And Charlotte Hornet, what do you have to plug here?
Okay, well, not too much. I'm going to be a series regular on Comedy Bang Bang.
Okay.
The Porno podcast moving forward.
I guess we're going from humanities podcast into the porno podcast.
Yeah.
Man Mouse Cop.
Yeah, and that.
Why not?
And, I'll beat you to this, Scott. It's my second time meeting you. Perhaps people could watch a comedy program that comes on late Saturdays. It's called Saturday Night Live, but Scott has said it should be potentially called Sunday.
Two-thirds of it is on Sunday morning, which is
Sunday
just
morning live.
It's bad advertising. It should be 1/3 Saturday night, 2/3 Saturday morning live.
Right?
Sunday morning.
Sunday morning.
Yes. That should be the whole title.
That should be the
what
whole
it should just be is Saturday into Sunday night, morning live.
Or like, hey, thanks for watching live.
Or just like the only 2 real days of the weekend live, whatever. You mean
that's right.
We could pitch if you want to kind of,
or like only virgins watch this show because everyone else is out fucking.
How about Sunday Night Live?
But everyone who might be on the show is definitely fucking as well.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good to know.
Whoa, this just in. The cast of Saturday Night Live is having sex with people.
Wow. Well, I want to plug Freedom is my other podcast that I do with Paul F. Tompkins and Lauren Lapkus. That comes out on Thursdays. That's just the three of us sitting around and talking and playing games. That's fun. All right, let's close up the old plug bag.
My friends Ben and Horatio, do you guys want to try something? Do you guys want to maybe try to sing something here?
Open it.
When you see something open, get a rope up and start to twist.
Then you find that you're getting a little I missed.
You think you're crying and you know what to do.
Get up in there and do what you do.
You got to
open up the plug bag.
Open it up.
Open up the plug bag.
And sure is not closed.
Open up the plug bag.
Make sure you got oxygen.
And don't mess around with it. Make sure you don't
mess around.
Don't mess around with it. Don't make sure you don't mess around. I see you dancing at the discotheque.
Wow, that was exceptional. That was Why Can't We Plug Friends by Chicken Pluggets. That was great. Thank you so much to Chicken Pluggets for that. And guys, I want to thank you so much. Jason, so great to have you on. I appreciate
Thanks
you.
so much.
Being
Congratulations. Happy anniversary.
Of course. And Charles and Rabbi Bill, I don't know whether we ever really solidified what your deal was, but I appreciate you being here.
Oh, we'll be back.
Okay, great. And, thanks to our previous guests as well. We have the Grizz and, of course, Byron Denniston and Sprague and Marjorie and Randy and Carissa. I don't think I'm forgetting anyone.
Dalton
and then,
Wilcox.
Dalton Wilcox, of course. And I want to thank our new friend. We have Charlotte Hornet here. Thank you so much for being on here.
Scott. Hi. Thanks so much.
Oh, so you're pretty late to say hi. Thank you, though. Appreciate it.
Yeah, hi. Okay.
And the very last thing we have to do here is Manchester Orchestra. Are you guys ready to play another song?
We are. Thank you so much for having us. This has been amazing.
It's our pleasure to have you. One of my favorite bands. Thank you so much. And what is this song that you're about to play here?
This one is called Telepath.
Telepath. Is this about someone you know, a relative, or?
It's about 3 generations of sort of the same couple.
Okay. Oh, interesting. All right. I'm not sure if that was the serious answer or
it was. Yes.
Pulling my leg, but
I was actually being serious there. Sorry about that.
Okay. Oh, no, that's all right. People can be. Everyone has been deadly serious on this episode. All right. Let's hear it. You guys have your instruments. Okay. Great. Here we go. This is Manchester Orchestra with Telepath.
1, 2, 3, 4.
In my mind, you are an old empty apartment. Sitting on your mother's table, next to you is her. Carving out our names into each piece of wood and concrete. Told her I don't have a lot, babe, but you can have my soul. Baby, do you want me? Baby, do you want me? Baby, do you want me? No, no, no. Well, in your mind, this is some new and glorious morning. You ain't never gonna let nobody take that light again. Everyone I know is slowly falling in the ocean. I don't wanna be the next to row. I never learned to swim. Baby, do you love me? Baby, do you love me? Baby, do you love me? No, no, no. In my mind, you are the road I chose to travel. Might as well have been the very last thing I decide. Half the time I'm lost, afraid that you just borrowed. It don't matter much to me, man, I'm not afraid to die. Baby, are you with me? Do you forgive me? You're the one I want, you want now, want when I'm old. Baby, are you with me? Do you forgive me? You're the one I wanted, one now, want when I'm old. When I'm falling, when I'm falling.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. Amazing. Guys, thank you so much for being here. We'll see you next week for the beginning of our 13th year. We'll see you next time. Thanks. Bye.